Okay, let's do it then. Prize cards, nothing super important. Someone mentioned the Zapdos earlier. Zapdos kind of sucks the prize. 2 tablets prize on the other side is not a big deal either. But the Zapdos kind of sucks because like then Raichu needs a 6th energy, but it's not like a huge deal. Yeah, nothing huge on it. I guess to be honest, the biggest thing that's prize here for Simon is probably the boss in the last 2 prize cards. Because that takes away the boss line is like a really good a line that you like definitely want. For sure. So Ethan going first. So we're looking for full bench. The matchup with Fusion feels kind of different. Yeah, with Fusion, I think you want to go second. I think with Fusion, both players want to go second. Actually, I don't even know though. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think with Fusion, you want to go second as Miraidon. Both players want to go second. I don't even going first as Mew and just putting down path turn 1 is just so good. Even then, I'm not sure, to be honest. So the opening here from Ethan is not super clean, so it might be hard to like find the path and be able to reasonably put it in play without like locking yourself out of the game, to be honest. Here's Ethan. Because it's one thing to get the path, it's another thing to get the path, put it in play, and then make sure you can do something next turn. I mean, you just need a vacuum, or just like the ability to be able to get a 2 prize knockout with a Mew. So you don't need a whole ton on the next turn, to be honest, but some stuff sometimes. All right, we're doing okay here so far, though. There's the path. There's the Luxray. It's just going to be path, retreat, and chill from Ethan, though. Does have the Iono, though. So he's probably feeling pretty confident about being able to find a vacuum or at least a knockout in the next turn. But there's the Beach Court from Simon. That's the big one. Ooh, has a generator in hand without. That kind of sucks. Has generator, but nothing to generator 2. The Beach Court's huge, though, to start off with. Honestly, if Simon had an out to him right on here, Simon would be looking pretty good off the rip. Also, there's a boss in hand. Ooh, but has the vacuum for the choice belt, which is also nice. It feels like Simon's going to go for this Billy here over the judge. Oh, 2 boss? 2 boss? Okay, maybe not. If we're vacuuming away the energy, then we're not Billy in here. We're definitely judging. So yeah, I think I do like that more. Two boss and a generator to go down to a Billy here would not feel good. Yeah, I think this is fine here for Simon. I also think I think playing the vacuum here to get rid of the choice belt is also probably correct here from Simon. Because, yeah, the path on the first turn is really all that matters. Follow-up paths, I mean, they can be a little bit annoying, but, like, yeah, you're really just most concerned with this first path here from Ethan. Ooh, my gosh. All right, I guess it's... dude, losing the... That sucks. Losing the Mareep is the thing that sucks more so than anything. But I guess if another Mareep in the deck, it's not that bad. So this is actually a matchup where I think you can fill the bench, maybe. So you could go... Maybe you don't want to quite fill it. You want to get Mareep, and you need Raikou for the 4 Seal Stone holder. Feels bad to get rid of the sheep there, but it's whatever. Especially if you want to build up towards a Raichu knockout, potentially. What's up, Samson? So it looks like it maybe is going to be the big fill up here from Simon. Are we going to go all the way, though? This could just get a Raikou, and we could leave one bench space open. Because you kind of want the option of, like, Mew EX plus Raichu at the end of the game. And it might be hard to get to that board state later on. But you could just grab double Raikou here, Simon. I wouldn't hate this, to be honest. I don't hate this. Just not sure if it's correct, but and this also gives you the option to attach a 4 Seal Stone. Do you have a 4 Seal Stone, the stone over the belt? No, the stone already got used, so otherwise you would, yes, probably. The double Raikou here is pretty chill though, because you can 4 Seal Stone one of them, and then you can Bravery Charm the other one, the one that you attack with. So going for the full load up here from Simon. 4 Seal Stone, and then here comes Billy for 6. Here we go. How good is it? Generator, Bravery Charm, Generator Energy. That's pretty good. And a boss for the next turn. And the Ultra Ball for the Flaffy. How does that do? Yo! All right, that's rough. Oh, we have the Beach Court in play as well, so we already have the switch card. So does this just become 4 Seal Stone, 4... 0 sucks. Now this next generator actually only needs to hit 1. But if we get return knocked out here, it's going to be harder and harder to build up towards the bigger and bigger plays. Yeah, the whiff there kind of sucks. Here for Simon. It's all right. Got another one here off this 4 Seal Stone. See what it can do. Need just one. We just need 1 as well. For a second, I thought we were all right. There we go. We got the okay. That makes up for it. We could also like place an energy on one of the Miraidons. Well, maybe we put on the Raikou actually, to be honest, because we can go Raikou KO the active Mew into Raikou boss KO Genesect. Possibly. There's the boss in the hand. So maybe we should commit the energy to the Raikou here. There we go. Now we can fleet-footed. Next should be the next thing we do here from Simon, like correct order of operations. Not a huge deal if we do something else first. At the beach court for the retreat. I forgot about that. I thought we had to maybe hard retreat the Squawkabilly, but I forgot about the beach court. And here we go, fleet-footed for 1. Don't forget the fleet-footed. Okay. I don't know what it was, though. Iono? Okay. Good option. Maybe just discarding that with the Ultra Ball, though, because like I said, we're looking probably for that boss angle here from Simon. We're looking for that boss angle here. There's a tablet. There's a judge. So Ethan here. Also, Ethan doesn't have to KO the Raikou. But you don't really want the switch card to be a thing. So, like, Ethan would prefer to get the vacuum and the knockout. You could just hit it for 220, the Raikou here of Simon's. You could hit it for 220, because then if you find a vacuum later, it would KO it. But then you risk Simon getting the switch card and then healing the Raikou, and then it being out of range. So then you're effectively 2-hit KOing a Raikou, which then opens up the possibility for Simon to whiff for a turn. Double tablet does get there as well, though. So double tap, but there's 2 tablet prized. But there's plenty of vacuums left as well. So, like, the second Bravery Charm shouldn't be a huge deal. 4 Steel Stone and Ultra Ball. But honestly, I don't like that there from Ethan. I think we could have Ultra Balled away the Iono plus the 4 Steel Stone and keep the Cram. Cram's good, bro. Cram's a good card. I would have kept it. I don't like that from Ethan. I like Ultra Ball away the 4 Steel Stone and the Iono. Get another Genesect. Keep the Cram. So if we draw into a Battle VIP pass or something like that, we have a way to discard it. Thin out the hand. And also, it's a 50-50 just to get what we need. Yeah, it's a 50-50 to just get what we need, which is the double turbo energy. So, and then I also could theoretically thin an item out of the hand like a Battle VIP pass. I guess that's the only one that's really getting stuck. If we get an escape rope, we wouldn't want to play escape rope here either as Ethan, so you'd want to be able to cram that. And then it is like a 50-50 that we just get what we need. So I don't like that choice there from Ethan. Would like to have seen the cram chill. Okay, Ultra Ball. Honestly, just go get 4th Genesect, I think. The option of Psychic Leap doesn't seem that good. I think we're just taking... Yeah, I would have just got another Genesect there. I think we're just all in on drawing cards. Yeah, I would be all in on drawing cards here if I was Ethan. I just got a Genesect here, I think. Get the knockout, get the knockout, get the knockout. Psychic Leap, I don't think is like really everything. It's something we're ever concerned about. Unless the Genesect could have been prized. I maybe missed that. I think it's one of those situations where you want the 4th gen, though. For sure. Path to the Peak is interesting here from Ethan. You don't have to path here, and currently Ethan doesn't have an out to path to the Peak. I think it's always 3 Mew in this situation, or are you saying in general? Why do you need 3 Mew here? Gives you an option to retreat damage 1, but you can do that anyways. Yes, he does. Wait, yes, he does what? 4 Sealstone? Bro, he's already used his V-Star power. 3rd Mew does set up for double Mew Max next turn to play around Rope. Then you don't get Rope, lose tempo. But Ethan already discarded the Mew VMAX. Okay, so that's fair. That's fair, Thray. But Ethan also discarded the 3rd Mew VMAX. So, not a possibility. So, it's not a possibility anymore. Make sure you knew that. Oh, I appreciate it. Appreciate the test, Irish. Keeping me on my toes. So yeah, if we're gonna keep the Mew VMAX, then I can see the reasoning behind it, Thray. To be honest, I can see the reasoning behind it. If we're gonna keep it. I guess the other thing it does do is... No, it doesn't do that either, actually. But then it's close, right? I don't know if it's that close. Just get the 4th Genesect and play and draw some cards, I feel like. But also, if your Mew VMAX is being punched from Simon, I guess you don't just win, to be honest. Because you could get punched and then Iron Hands for 4. But Ethan's play is still send up a new Mew VMAX... punch, and then if you get escape rope, you just don't push up that Mew VMAX and push up a 2-prizer, and you win. Because it opens up leap 4. But if you leap, you can only Psychic Leap a 1-prizer. So if you leap as Ethan, you win the game in 1 less turn, which means Simon can win the game in 1 less turn. So leaping never progresses the game. Using Psychic Leap never progresses the game. It just means, unless you had already drawn a 1-prize knockout, but Ethan is taking a 2-prize knockout. So if Ethan leaps a Mareep or a Flaffy, then Ethan wins the game in 1 less turn. So that means Simon can win the game in 1 less turn. So leaping doesn't ever do anything. Unless you could, like, leap KO Squawkabilly. But you can't do that. Wait. You could do that, but you would need 4 tablets and already 2 tablets have been used. So it's not possible. So yeah, leaping is just, like, not good in this matchup to begin with. Unless it gets weird. Or leaping is okay if you get the first 1-prize knockout, but that didn't happen. So I feel like as Ethan here, you should just grab the 4th. You should always just grab 4th Genesect here. locking it in. Also, I don't know about this path play because Ethan doesn't have an out to the path. Also, even if you have an out to the path from Ethan, if you just get Iono'd here, you might not have an out to the path. And what are you really taking away from Simon? The tandem unit, the fleet-footed. It could be worth it. I don't know. I'm not sold on this path. But also, Ethan has played 0 vacuum, so there's a good chance that Ethan finds a vacuum next turn. I don't dislike it. I don't hate it. All right, draw here from Simon is it's okay. There is the possibility for the Raichu one-hit KO, I think. But it's not super likely. That's probably not going to happen, to be honest. I don't know what you want here. I guess you are just kind of punching the active here. Maybe leap if you need to 2-hit KO something, since 2-tablet prize. Yeah, but you never want to. You're never attempting to 2-hit KO something. If you're not 1-hit KOing something, you're theoretically losing the game to like boss. So to theoretically play on tempo, you don't want to ever have to do that. So you'd rather just like figure out a way to boss KO a 2-prizer, basically. All right, 1 energy hit. It's got to go to Miraidon here. I don't think we're pulling off Raichu this turn. Yeah, you never want to be Psychic Leaping to begin with. But if that was the play from Ethan here, then Ethan should have kept the 3rd Mew VMAX to play around Escape Rope. But Ethan didn't keep the 3rd Mew VMAX, so... Simon also only plays 1 Escape Rope, and it might be in the discard pile as well. Of course, most people play 2 Escape Rope, so it's fair for Ethan to be playing around 2 Escape Rope as well. All right, so it's going to be a punch and chill from Simon. Does have the Judge next turn, so if a path stays in play, then the Judge could be like the killer here for Ethan. Judge and hope. Like if Ethan keeps path in play, Simon could look for just like Judge and... Oh, okay, gonna go with the energy to the Miraidon here, and then accelerate the energy, and then could play the switch card, might just hard retreat. I would assume the switch card actually happens here, though. Yeah. Let's conserve the energy for the Raichu later, and swing with Miraidon, hope that a tablet can't be found here. He hope that a boss KO doesn't happen or a tablet can't be found for Ethan. Raichu's in hand right now. Simon is thinking about benching it so that way you don't have to tandem unit for it later. But now it could be boss KO'd. Now the Raichu can be boss KO'd. Also, I guess it is possible for Simon to like win next turn with hands, but I don't think we're ever like playing around that as Ethan. I think if you got the boss hands, you got the boss hands, but I don't think we ever play around that here. We already found the second Mew, found the tablet as well. And just KO the active seems fine. I would want to Iono Simon here or Judge. So I don't hate the idea of Cram here. Get rid of the Nest Ball. It depends how many cards Simon has in hand, I guess. That's the question. That's what the question would be. But it is just going to be the Technoblast. Because now you do just have Boss for win on Squawkabilly, I guess. Simon does have hands and Double Turbo in hand, I believe. No, can get hands. But can't top deck Boss and Generator. So I don't think Simon can win this turn. Yeah, I don't think Simon can win this turn. Does have the Judge, though, so things could get awkward for Ethan. Because Simon can go... Oh, Simon can get Escape Rope as well. And go Judge, hope no vacuum is found, or Boss. Escape Rope, get a knockout into Boss KO. 4 Seal Stone's already been used. We can Ultra Ball it away now, though. So you could Ultra Ball away the 4 Seal Stone in the Research. Gonna give up the Double Turbo, actually. Interesting. I thought we'd attach that active maybe to swing. Could just go for the Iron Hands now. Oh, or I guess that could be the play here from Simon, right? You could grab Iron Hands, attach the Double Turbo to Iron Hands, Flaffy to the Iron Hands, play the Judge to disrupt Ethan's hand, because you've got to kind of assume that Ethan has a vacuum in hand at this point, and then retreat to Flaffy, and then off your Judge, you're hoping to hit Boss Energy switch, or the Flaffy gets KO'd and then you need the energy, yeah. So, but we got rid of the Double Turbo, so I guess that's not really a play. But we could have not gotten rid of the Double Turbo. I think that was the play here for Simon. But that involves not getting rid of the Double Turbo, and Simon got rid of the Double Turbo. So I think Simon should have kept the Double Turbo, got rid of the Research, bench the hands, attach the Double Turbo, Flaffy to it, play the Judge, and then go for that line. You can still go with that line off a Generator, but now it's like a lot harder. But it's going to be the Research or the Judge here for Simon. I think you always go Judge here, because you're assuming with how Ethan has played out their turns that they have a vacuum in hand, most likely. So the Judge is like, all right, well, now I hope you just don't see a vacuum off this. And Ethan does have 4 vacuum left, I believe. Actually, does Ethan play 4 vacuum? Ethan does have 3 vacuum left, I believe. I don't think Ethan's played a vacuum yet, so... Yeah, so Simon here has the Flaffy to the hands. Also, Simon just doesn't need to attack this turn. Like I said, Simon's probably running to the Flaffy this turn as well. Then an Escape Rope becomes a pretty good out for Ethan. But actually, Ethan can't KO Iron Hands, so... Yeah, it would have been nice to have a Double Turbo on the Iron Hands here for sure. Yeah, it would have been nice to have a double turbo on the Iron Hands for sure. That is the only double turbo that Ethan plays as well, or Simon plays. It's just one. So that would have been pretty good. But this does open up to a punch with Raikou here as well. So Simon can punch with Raikou here if he wants. He doesn't have to. I don't know what he's gonna do here because you could run to the Flaffy to not leave a 2-prize interactive. Leaving a 2-prize interactive does not seem very good. But you could just pray that. But the tablet's also in the hand here for Ethan, so the game should just be over on this section. All right, there's the punch. 220, and then Ethan has tablet retreat, knockout with Mew VMAX. Yeah, and it was pretty like it. I think there was a tablet in that hand. I might be trolling. Tails on the cram. Nope, that's a power tablet. Tails on the cram. Wait, there's no way. Oh. Maybe Ethan didn't see it? I don't even know. I don't know if it mattered. I mean, I'm like trying to like think of the reason. Like, there's no reason. I think Ethan just didn't understand that he had game. Yeah, I think Ethan was maybe gonna go for the if Ethan's like, oh, if I get the heads, I can get boss, and then I use boss. I think Ethan just didn't understand that tablet won him the game there, and was like, oh, boss wins me the game off one of these cram heads. Goes for the crams first, and says, oh wait, shoot, yeah, I just have tablet. Tablet works too. But like, there's no reason to like the only other play you'd ever think to do there is like, I want to win way B instead of way A to not show my opponent way A, but way A is a tablet, which Simon knows you play 4 of. So showing Simon that you have another tablet doesn't really do anything. Double turbo prize, not a big deal. 4 Seal Stone being prized actually? Nah, not really a big deal. I mean, you'd rather have it in the deck, I guess. Nothing really big on either side, to be honest. I guess a 2 VIP pass prize means like it'll be harder to set up for Ethan, but could be bluffing 3 tabby. Dude, playing only 3 tablet would be wild. That would be absurd. If someone played 3 tablet in Mew, bluffing the 3 tabby, only show them 3. Maybe they think you only play 3. There's no way. They appreciate the 42 months there, slap. Opening hand here from Simon. Honestly, sucks. Well, it's actually really good if you have a Miraidon, but there's no Miraidon. If Ethan draws really well here, actually, you can play around the Raikou KO, and you can only bench 2. You can still bench 3, right? 120, 140, 160, 180. Yeah, you can only bench 3 here. The Raikou had a Bravery Charm. Yeah, I did have a tool on it. He got thrown off. Yeah, so you could just bench 3 Pokemon here from Ethan. It depends how good your hand is. You don't want to like aggressively play for that, but a tablet discard? I don't know about that. What was the rest of the hand? Wasn't there like 2 Mew VMAXs in the hand? I see. You don't want to discard one in case one's prized. Or Stone immediately used. Are we just going to go for a judge? No, goes for the Battle VIP Pass. Interesting. But now we're loading up the bench enough to the point where the Raikou can get the KO. I don't like this from Ethan. I feel like we should have tried to play one less bench. I don't like attaching Bravery Charm. Could top deck Force Season. That's true, Lorenzo. Actually, yeah, that's definitely a mistake on Simon's part. Yeah, there's no. I mean, you do want to get them in play. That's a fair point to try and hold on to it, to be honest. Because with double generator in hand, Simon is praying for a Miraidon, Nest Ball, or Ultra Ball, anyways. So then you have another target for the Bravery Charm, anyways. And also, if you do get judged here by Ethan, then you're down. If you get judged pathed by Ethan, which is what Ethan should go for, you're down and out to get out of that situation. Shouldn't the 4 Seal Stone here from Ethan have just been a judge? Although, do you really want to judge Simon when Simon went draw fleet-footed pass? I mean, the hand's pretty big, though. So, you know, Ethan is kind of just waiting on... Like, Ethan's hand probably has a research in it. Judge pass still seems correct here from Ethan, to be honest. I feel like that 4 Seal Stone should have went and got a judge, to be honest. Yeah, I actually think that should have went and got a judge. I think you just judge path here no matter what. Oh, do you ever attempt... I didn't even think about the Luxray. Do you ever attempt the Luxray here? That's not even something I consider, to be honest. Luxray comes down. Was it 1 more? Yeah, the Luxray... I didn't even think about trying to do Luxray here. But you could have gone for the Luxray here as well. Yeah, I think this 4 Seal Stone should have just got a judge. We still play the Ultra Ball. Use 4 Seal Stone first to get judge. And then we Ultra Ball away a VMAX when we see there's no VMAX's prize. Keep the tablet, because tablets are important. And then we just play judge. Look for path, judge path. Pass. Hopefully we have a vacuum or a way to attack next turn. Yeah. I don't love this. This feels like so weird. And then you also like Maybe you draw into grabbers, you look at the hand, you're like, yo, your hand sucks if I Luxray you, then I'm going to go ahead and go for the Luxray. You should have more options to potentially disrupt Simon. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this from Ethan. Also, maybe you draw well enough off the judge where you can keep your bench at 3, so then Raikou can't KO Genesect. Because if you can keep your bench at Genesect, Mew Mew, even if Simon loads up the bench, there could be a boss KO on the Mew. It's like, okay, you got the boss KO, but you can't KO a Genesect. But now that your bench is loaded here as Ethan, Raikou just KOs you. So, and now you put a path in play without... Ethan put a path in play without an out to path, I'm pretty sure. Is the Luxray worth it right now? I don't think so. Ethan couldn't go for the Luxray here. Judge top deck from Simon. Man, if there was just a Miraidon in this hand. Honestly, I think you go for it here as Simon, though. You fleet-footed another generator! Research it. You won't. Dude, that's funny. You have to go for the judge now. That sucks, but you do kind of have to go for the judge. But because Ethan loaded the bench for you, like just getting the attack with Raikou, that gets things moving for you. Like you get the first 2 prize knockout. Not how you'd like. You like a Miraidon off the top there would have been so good, and then the triple. Yeah, but it gets things moving for you here as Simon for sure. Like if you just get a Miraidon, I'm assuming you also get an energy, of course, but Miraidon plus energy, get this first knockout. I mean, the generators are not gone. They're still back in the deck. You didn't have to research them or anything. But yeah, I really do not like what Ethan did on that. I do not like Ethan. I think it was a really bad sequence on Ethan's last turn right there. I did not like that at all. Also, Simon probably should have not attached the Bravery Charm, left it open for a 4 Seal Stone for sure. Like Lorenzo mentioned. Because like you should be playing as if Ethan wants to judge path you there. So because of that, you should be like, well, if I get judge path, I'd like to have the option of it. Of the 4 Seal. Dude, what? Simon just drew nothing? Jeez, man. Wait a second. We can get second Raikou, switch into Raikou, no, retreat to Raikou, and then if we get an energy, we switch back to the Raikou. It's still possible to attack this turn. Or if we get, oh my gosh. If we get Ultra Ball, you can Ultra Ball those 2 away from Mew. All right, it's doable, it's doable. So you should only get Simon should only grab Raikou here. Just Raikou, nothing else though. Because if you get an Ultra Ball, then the Ultra Ball can become the Mew. Oh. No, we loaded the bench. Yeah, I don't like that. That's a misplay from Simon there, I think. Should not have gotten the... Maybe shouldn't have gotten the second Miraidon, to be honest. But here you shouldn't have done this from Simon, because now if you got Ultra Ball, you could have Ultra Balled from Mew, but now you can't Ultra Ball from Mew, or Nest Ball. That's definitely a misplay. What is draw? The deck sucks. You should need a Miraidon and an energy. Also, generators are out here as well. But yeah, I think we should have kept around the option, because you could have Ultra Balled Raichu. I mean, honestly, Ultra Ball and Raichu boss is so bad, maybe this is the better play, to be honest. Because even if you get an Ultra Ball there, but you can't get Mew. Now you can't get Mew or Nest Ball, I guess, off the second fleet-footed. We want an energy here from Simon, or a generator. That's a back. Dude, what? Now, the question is, do you switch back to the other Raikou? You switch back to the other Raikou because it has the Bravery Charm to try and buy some time. I don't know, to be honest. No, actually, honestly, you might switch to a Mareep. Let the sheep get some action, bro. I kind of like the sheep send up here. I'm not a fan of any of the send ups here, but I'm not a fan of the situation. But I think sheep's got to go. Now the possibility of Psychic Leap is real if Ethan KOs a sheep, but yeah, that's rough. Okay, there's that judge we were looking for. Gonna start with the Genesect though. Needs a way to move this Genesect. There's an Iono, there's a path, there's a grabber. Let's have a look. Okay, so you don't want to judge, but you're drawing 1 with Genesect. I think it's worth it. Okay, got the cram. Got a heads. Got a tails. Wait, 1 more Genesect for 2. Can we avoid judging our Ionoing? Cannot. Ethan could pass here. Mew VMAX. Is it? I don't know. That's interesting. So Simon's going to have a top deck plus retreat sheep for fleet-footed. Nah, you never pass here. Well, but knocking out a sheep is like so mid anyways. But I guess you're putting a Mew VMAX here active, which is hard for Simon to deal with. All right. Psychic Leap's not an option either. So punching Mew VMAX is pretty good here for Simon. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. You could just go path pass. That's so bad. What if you just passed no path? I don't hate that from Ethan here. Because if you retreat to Mew VMAX, punch the sheep, when you're bench locked like this and don't have the threat of Psychic Leap. Like, even though you got that first 1-prize knockout, you can't Psychic Leap. So one of your UV maxes has to die before you Psychic Leap. So that means it's fine for Simon to punch a UV max to begin with. I honestly don't hate the idea of Ethan just passing here. I kind of like the pass from Ethan. I wouldn't path. I think I like the pass, though, and pray Simon doesn't top deck. But that's so bad. It's all bad, to be honest. We go with the judge. I hope the sheep at least dies. I hope at the very least the sheep dies. I mean, but if we're going in to kill the sheep, shouldn't we play the Iono so we see 2 more cards? I feel like at that point maybe we should play Iono just to see 2 more cards ourselves here on Ethan's side. If we're gonna like be like, all right, Ethan or Simon, we're freeing up your hand. You can play the game. I want to play the game this turn a little bit more. But then should we just play the Iono? You give Simon more cards, but you get more cards. If we're trying to attack this turn, I feel like we want the more cards. If not, just pass. I don't know. Maybe there's like the mix of it. Like, don't give your opponent too much, but get a little bit yourself, you know? Might be correct. That one I'm not too sure about. Also, if Ethan draws an escape rope here, well, I just set up Maripa as Simon. I was saying you could set up the Raikou with the Bravery Charm, because if it's an escape rope here, that thing's not dying. Yo, actually, that Box of Disaster on the Genesect is super annoying. I didn't even realize that was there. Yep, there's the whiff. Not surprised. Here's a grabber. Let's have a look. Is there a Flaffy there? I don't know what it was. What was it? We'll never know. All right, research top deck. 4 Seal Stone. Generator. Yo, Simon is cooking. See what we got. Okay. Love to see it. Probably 2 of them right on 4 Seal Stone to the Raikou research. Seems good to me. Knocking out the active is fine. Oh, we should put 1 on the Raikou with the Bravery Charm probably. And then you probably want to escape rope here as Simon, because carrying the Box of Disaster with your Bravery Charm does not sound good. So you could also attack with the Raikou. You could attack with the Raikou V with the 4 Seal Stone instead, though. To be honest, if you whiff the there's the sheep. See, I kind of wanted that because now you don't want to attack with the Bravery Charmed Raikou into the Genesect. So actually, I don't like that choice there from Simon. This energy, I think, on the Miraidon should have gone to the Raikou V with the 4 Seal Stone. Oh, I guess we have Flaffy plus attach though, right? Oh, we have Flaffy attach. But do we want to attack with the Miraidon? I guess that's fine to attack with the Miraidon. Yeah, that's fine. And then the question is, should we use our 4 Seal Stone now or just keep it around and hope for the best? We just don't want to break our Bravery Charm for Ethan, basically. We're not trying to attack with the... Yeah, we're not trying to attack with the other one. Well, now we put the Bravery Charm here, though. I mean, at this point, do we really want to help Ethan on the Bravery Charms? I think I'm trying to make Ethan work harder later in the game. I don't know if I like that. Wait, is that not a Box of Disaster? No, it is, right? Oh, it is, yes. Yeah. I don't know if I like that, because now... We could have just not put this Bravery Charm on this Miraidon. Did I miss something, or should we have 1 more energy in play? No energy in discard? Oh, there's no energy in the discard? See, if we just put the energy, but then we had to use 4 Seal Stone now. But, like, Ethan plays so many Lost Vacuums, and we are helping Ethan out by breaking our own Bravery Charm. We're basically making our Bravery Charm irrelevant for Ethan. That now Ethan doesn't need to expend a vacuum on a Bravery Charm and can expend the vacuum on the 4 Seal Stone to remove that from play, which Ethan 100% should do, because the prize trade is lined up for Simon to win by going boss-boss. So you just want to eliminate the boss-boss line here. So we want to vacuum the 4 Seal Stone. There was no lightning in the discard pile. That kind of sucked. There's no way to get the lightning in the discard pile. If you attack with the Raikou with the 4 Seal Stone, though, you definitely want to use the 4 Seal Stone first, which could have been used to go get an Ultra Ball for a sheep and then load up 2 more energy in play, which brings about the potential of Raichu. So that would have been a possibility. Just doing this play feels so bad, but maybe there wasn't a good answer for the other play. You could have balled for second 5 inch but it feels like an incredibly low impact stone. That sounds like a pretty high impact 4 Seal. You use 4 Seal Stone all the time for Generator to try and get 2 energy. Using 4 Seal Stone to get Ultra Ball to get 2 energy into play literally is what Generator does. That's literally a Generator guaranteed for 2. I don't know. That doesn't sound that low impact. The thing from here is just like, I feel like the 4 Seal Stone's getting vacuumed. So if the 4 Seal Stone's getting vacuumed, we should probably use it. You know what I'm saying? That's like the big thing. He only had 1 hand unless there was 2. I thought there was 2. Oh, it might have been 1. It might have been 1. Oh, it was just one. It was just one. Yeah. Okay. So it would have been one energy, I guess. It would have been one energy. But we do establish the second Flaffy, which becomes 2 next turn if we're assuming one of our we were assuming this Raikou gets knocked out next turn, so then it becomes 2 next turn, so on and so forth. The biggest thing is I'm just assuming that the Forest Seal Stone of Simon is getting removed from play here. That's what I'm assuming. We'll see how the draw here actually goes for Ethan. Maybe it doesn't end up happening, so it feels not as bad for Simon, but the draw power is pretty heavily impacted here from Ethan as well, having the Luxray in play and only 2 Genesects. Ooh, I don't like that. I think we should probably just bench this Mew and draw an extra card. That feels... for 1? Oh, we did have an Ultra Ball in hand, though. All right, maybe that was fine, actually, from Ethan. We did have an Ultra Ball in hand. So just get a card, Ultra Ball those away, get another Genesect. All right, I'm actually chill with that. Then we have a tablet in hand as well. Probably need to keep the tablet. Maybe could burn 1. I don't know how many are gone. Draw some more Genesects. We're just looking for knockout on active, vacuum away Forest Seal Stone. I don't even think we have to like stress anything like Judge or anything, to be honest. Do we ever boss? That hand sucks. Dude, that hand is so bad. All right. Well, Ethan didn't really do very much. So it worked out. And now there's an Ultra Ball in hand. That's pretty good. Each card online. Can use Mew here to try and find boss. Or we got the Forest Seal Stone now. So that could go get a boss. And then we have Raichu. Save Raichu for the late game. Here comes an Ultra Ball. Oh, we don't have to get rid of energy anymore. They're in the discard pile. Our homie died. Keep the Zapdos. So get rid of energy. Probably energy plus the Squawk. Honestly, I don't... Well, we probably want to keep that little Ultra Ball around because we might get judged and need to refine the Raichu again if we get pathed. So we got a ton of energy in play now for Simon. The threat of Raichu is real. You probably don't want to bench the Raichu this turn. If you had boss in hand as Simon, you could bench the Raichu because then you could go 4 Steel Stone for boss, 2 boss in hand, bench Raichu, load up Raichu, boss. And then you have the threat of Raichu and boss. But there's no boss in hand. But you could Ultra Ball away. You don't want to Ultra Ball away the Fleet-footed first. I don't hate that. Get that card. If it is boss, that's great. If not, we can Ultra Ball that away. So now you can Ultra Ball away. You just don't have the second boss in hand yet for Simon. But it's thinking about putting the Raichu down already. I don't know if I like that without having the second boss in hand. We're in a V-Star power. I assume 4 boss. Yep. Now this... Well, Ethan can't really play around. You see, the problem with this play is Ethan can't play around the boss. Like, Ethan has to go boss KO Raichu here no matter what. But now you don't have the second boss set up yet as Simon. But I guess maybe this is still the correct play from Simon, though. Because now you know you get to keep... But your hand's not that good. I don't know if you know you want to keep your hand. Keeping your hand here as Simon does not even seem that good. Your hand kind of sucks. I almost would rather have Mew in play and have drawn some cards with Mew this turn and give up the Zapdos. Because you're loading up so much energy in play, you probably don't need the Zapdos to get the KO on the next turn, to be honest. I almost feel like 3 here, 2 from the Flaffies. You still have the option to win from boss on the next turn if you get the boss. Draw. You could have Ultra Balled away the Research and the Zapdos. Kept the Raichu in the hand. Bench the Mew. Mew for 2. If it's dope, nice. If it's not, if you get boss there, then you use 4 Seal Stone for boss, have 2 boss, but you don't have the Raichu on the bench, so I guess that doesn't really matter that much. Then I guess you just like save the 4 Seal Stone, boss KO Genesect, go from there. Yeah, no, this play seems awkward. But I guess you still have the Mew for the boss next turn if the Raichu gets boss and there's no path. It's still like an out, I guess. Just trying to like think through. If there was a boss in hand here for Simon, that would have been like game. I don't know if I like 2 energies on the Raikou. No, it probably makes sense because you already have the Raichu in play anyways. I guess it come down to how much does Ethan know about your list, but most people only play the 1 Raichu. Sometimes the other thing. Well, now I don't know if you play the Ultra Ball here. As Simon. Keeps the Research, okay, but doesn't keep the Mew to draw into boss. I don't like that play at all from Simon. So now, if Ethan has boss KO Raichu, you have to top deck boss or fleet foot into boss, but the Mew could have helped you find boss. Yeah, I don't like that play at all from Simon. You should just probably not play the Ultra Ball and just held the whole hand. Yeah, because Ethan here in this situation has to boss KO Raichu. Ethan doesn't have a choice, I don't think. I mean, I guess Ethan could misplay, but I don't know. I feel like that's never a good play to hope for from your opponent. There's a tablet. There's the vacuum. He's removing 3 energy. If you KO the active here as Ethan, your opponent could have boss, or they could have double Flaffy. There was the discard on the Zapdos there as well from Simon, so it would make it a little bit better to like go for, I don't know, path knockout. But there's just double Flaffy plus a generator, right? On Simon's side. So the play is always boss Raichu here still. Yes, this is a misplay from Simon. The play is always boss Raichu here. It's never not boss Raichu. It's always boss Raichu here. And then try and path to stop the Miraidon from, like, path plus get it back. Because if you do this play of Judge as Ethan, now Simon can go attach generator for... Well, I guess there's no pivot in play for Simon. So that's like another negative here. Oh, that's like another mistake from Simon then. Because there's no pivot right now, Simon should have had one energy on the Raichu. Or honestly, if you're benching the Raichu should just have both energy, right? Yeah, Raichu should just have both energy. That's another misplay from Simon. Both of these energies should just be on the Raichu. If you're going to bench the Raichu... if you're gonna bench the Raichu, then both energies should just be on the Raichu. He has Beach Court. Well, yeah, but you don't know Beach Court's sticking around. There's nothing guaranteeing Beach Court's gonna be in play on the next turn. You forgot to vacuum the stone. The stone's already been used. But you should definitely vacuum the Beach Court. You do want to hit a path here as Ethan, but you definitely vacuum the Beach Court. Oh no, maybe you. No, if you're going to KO the active here as Ethan, you vacuum the Bravery Charm, excuse me. You should vacuum the Beach Court. Actually, maybe you still get rid of the Bravery Charm, to be honest. But it should be vacuum the Beach Court or the Bravery Charm and then boss KO Raichu. Raichu should always get boss KO'd here as Ethan. This is actually a big mistake here from Ethan. For sure. But yeah, these energy, so that way you don't need a pivot as Simon next turn. Both energies should be on the Raichu. He's probably hedging on against boss. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the wrong play. Because there's still the possibility of, you're leaving Simon with both options of boss and Raichu by judging. But if you boss KO Raichu, you're putting Simon on just boss. So now Simon has like 2 outs. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I think you just always KO Raichu here and hope that that Simon doesn't have boss in hand. Raichu also smacks Jenny's with 3 energy plus Zapdos. The Zapdos just got discarded. Yeah, once again, on Simon's side, the 2 energy are on the Raikou should be on the Raichu as well. Because even if the active gets KO'd, you just load up 2 more energy with Flaffy and you can go boss KO Genesect. Doesn't Mariah just take another one out? Mariah only plays 1 Raichu. Alright, Ethan does want Path here as well to take away the fleet-footed. There's... Oh, dude. Simon's hand sucks. Simon's hand is terrible. Okay, there was a heads. You want Path here as Ethan. I don't know what Ethan grabbed. I think it was boss. But there's no reason you wouldn't want to limit Simon's outs here. You want Path to stop the fleet-footed. Stop the thing. What did Simon... Wait, did Ethan... Doesn't Ethan... Wait, what? Didn't see Path in the deck? There maybe wasn't... I guess that's possible. There might not have been Path in the deck. 4-card hand. Dude, hold up. Could we just not have drawn more cards with Genesect? Wait, is this Genesect not live? Hold on, I gotta play this again, bro. There might not be a path in the deck, which would be fair then. So we got heads. There's a path right there. I just saw the path. Yeah, I just saw them. I'm almost positive I just saw a path. We 100% grab path here. We have to limit Simon's outs to winning the game, which we're not doing by doing this. Take away fleet-footed. Take away the whatever this little schmuck does, the Miraidon. Because if Ethan especially doesn't know Simon's list, then Super Rod... Mew to then get Mew in play to draw cards, or Super Rod Zapdos to then get Zapdos in play to hit harder with Raichu are both loss conditions. And Path would take those away from that, and would take away the Fleet-Footed, take away the Tandem Unit. And then I'm pretty sure Ethan just doesn't draw with the Genesect here as well. and took a boss, I think. The boss is like okay to take if there's no Path in the deck, I think. But I would maybe even just cram that next thing in. Yeah, but I think we just left a Genesect open there as Ethan. I think you could have Genesect for 1 more there. All right, so now Simon needs boss. I'm pretty sure Simon... Well, that's not true. You can retreat to a Flaffy. There's the generator. There's so many energy in hand. That sucks. So it should be fleet-footed first here, I think, to try and hit like an Ultra Ball or a Nest Ball. Oh, no, we should start with Tandem Unit, I guess. Tandem Unit we should start with, I think, here. 3 energy in hand is awful. The Tandem Unit first, then out the deck. Honestly, I would kind of love it if Ethan lost here to Raichu. I feel like that's like... It's the punish. It's the punish I'm looking for. 2 lightnings, 3 lightnings, 1 generator in hand. Could also fleet-footed into research to see more generators, or fleet-footed into... it depends what's left in the deck here. No, I think... If Simon has any Ultra Ball left... It depends how low the deck is, to be honest. Because you kind of want to, like, generator first to increase your odds of Raikou seeing researcher generator. So I think you do generator first here, Simon, because there's probably not that many cards left that are worth playing. Also, Simon got rid of the Zapdos, which once again, playing into this play, Simon literally just wins the game if Simon just didn't Ultra Ball away Zapdos. Once again, so shouldn't have Ultra Ball away the Mew or Zapdos. Benching the Raichu I don't hate from Simon, but Ultra Balling away those two other Pokemon was definitely incorrect. Alright, Generator. Hey! Feels pretty good. Oh, you only need one, actually. You only need one energy here. He also had 5 in hand and 5 fusion. He couldn't draw more because of Lux. I'm pretty sure it was 4 in hand. It was 4 in hand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 4 in hand. I'll go back and check. Just because I like being right. And I don't mind being wrong. I just really like being right. I don't mind being wrong. I just really like being right. So I'm down to go back and prove you wrong. And is that 4 cards in the hand? Is that 4 in the hand? Oh yeah, so let me see it one more time. See his deck check. I can't. He didn't check the deck. He just like goes through it real fast and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, all right. Yeah, didn't boss the Raichu. Raichu gets the win. Yeah, should have bossed the Raichu. Simon shouldn't have gotten rid of Zapdos or the Mew. Even keeping the Ultra Ball around to then if you get judged into Ultra Ball for Mew to draw cards or Ultra Ball for Raichu under Path. Yeah. Definitely some bad choices from both players in this one. Yeah, definitely some bad choices from both players. But we get a game 3. So I'm down for the game 3. Also, like, Ethan's initial choice, too, of just not judge pathing turn 1 was bad as well. Like, that was really bad. Because like, Simon had, like, an 8-card hand or something. Or it was, like, a very big hand. A decently big hand. So even though Simon didn't do that much on the first turn, you know Simon's hand is literally just an Ultra Ball, a Nest Ball, or a Miraidon away from popping off. But then if you path judge Simon, it's like even if Simon draws a Miraidon, now Simon's got to deal with path. Or even if Simon gets the Miraidon plus the Beach Court, now you have to like find cards to work with the Miraidon. You know, now that you bumped it and get the Pokemon to play, now you have to find generators and so much. So, yeah, it was played pretty poorly from Ethan overall. I think there were some mistakes on Simon's side for sure. We'll get into our next one though. All right. So Ethan choosing to go first. Genesect. Or Seal Stone, Double Turbo, Grabber. Has the escape rope? Needs to play all this, actually. They're going to get the... Should have actually just played the... Oh, you don't want to escape rope up the right, but you want to draw more cards, right? There's a Battle VIP. Grabber for nothing. The hand... There's like a mulligan or 2, right? 7... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 10. 3 mulligans? What? Battle VIP for... Well, actually, you want to retreat to Genesect and not bench any more Pokemon, I guess, ideally. You don't want to give the Raikou an easy... Wait, that's... Wait, is there 3 Genesect prize? Did we not see the prize cards? Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. I thought they just didn't show them. Dude, 3 Genesect prize is not good. Yeah, I don't know about Ethan keeping the... I think Ethan... You don't want to escape rope the Raikou into the active. I guess that's the only thing. But, like, you need to draw cards here. Double Turbo. Tablet. Just play the escape... You need cards. Just play the escape rope. Yeah, all right. Should we have played that first, then? I guess it was always sequencing out this way. I mean, like... For proper sequencing, Ethan should have played the escape rope, left the Mew in the active, then bench the Genesect. It doesn't matter though. This is fine. All right, draw 3. We need to get this first knockout on this next turn though, for sure. Oh, that hand's looking pretty good to the KO though. Ooh, could have retreated to the Genesect here. That's your only Genesect though. If that Genesect gets knocked out by a Miraidon, that's not great. But now the Raikou can KO your Mew. I guess it's rough both ways to be honest. Ultra Ball top deck here, pretty big from. Oh, we had the Nest Ball actually. No, Simon was always cooking and chilling. Never mind. Let's take it back. Ideally, from Simon here, you boss KO the Genesect. I don't think that's happening. Actually, we're not that far off from that play from Simon, actually. Simon does have a Generator and Energy, a Beach Court. So Simon could get the boss KO on that Genesect on the bench, which I think is what you would do. Boss KO the Mew with the Energy isn't terrible either. And you could do that with a Raikou, I guess, but... That's a play you could go for here as Simon, to be honest. That'd be kind of cool. And you know Ethan Prize triple Genesect, because taking, unless, yeah, Ethan either threw or Ethan probably triple Genesect. But you should always play as if your opponent's throwing. So we're assuming the throw is what's happening here. All right, taking a look. There's the boss. Wait, the boss is in hand? What? Never mind. We're cooking. Wait, we already have it. I was thinking about playing the Ultra Ball. Giving up the boss? I guess we're not boss KOing the Genesect. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of trying for the boss KO Genesect play. I kind of like the boss KO Genesect play here from Simon, to be honest. Going for the Squawkabilly now, but not bossing. While you have research in hand doesn't make any sense. Going for Mew is interesting as well. Where the Raichu's already in play as well, so I feel like where the Flaffy's at. I don't know where the Flaffy's. Is there any Mareep's prize? Double Mareep here seems better than that. But yeah, what is Simon stressing over here? Maybe just wanting to guarantee this first KO here. Goes for the Mew. Yeah, I think we should check that generator first, and then if we hit it, I think we boss KO that Genesect. Like Simon knows there's 3 Genesect prize. Removing the only Genesect from play is like pretty good. Oh, also I guess Simon also could have got Zapdos as well, right? And that would have worked for the Raikou to get the KO. That would have worked as well, actually. We could have got Zapdos over the second. Well, you need the second Raikou, I guess, to load up 2 on the Raikou. Well, the possibility of that. I guess the bench was maybe a little bit too awkward for the Zapdos play, to be honest. Maybe Zapdos wasn't cooking it. We could have benched Zapdos in this last bench space, actually, though, instead of the Mew. Zapdos also works with the Raichu to be pretty effective. But we should just check the generator first, see what it hit, and then boss KO this Genesect, for sure. That should have been the play we always go. We should have just checked it first. We should have checked the generator here as Simon, seen what was up, and then kind of decide from there. That should have been the play, I think, for sure. Now we're going to generator. Double hits. Why did Lostine have a good conversion rate, being a terrible deck? Because it's not like, it's still a meta deck. Loading 2 on the Raikou. I mean, if we're going for the Mew knockout on the active, I guess that's fine, right? Has the Bravery Charm as well, which is pretty chill. Put an energy. Yeah, we can even, Bravery Charm to the Raikou. Attach return to the Miraidon, probably. Maybe the other Raikou. I don't hate that if you're going for the boss play. Put on the Mew V, or Mew EX, excuse me. Yeah, not playing for the boss play here, though, I think is like definitely a mistake here from Simon. Because we could have gone Miraidon KO Genesect. That would have been really good. It would have been really funny if Simon had drawn a boss there, and then, oh no, I guess you can't take the knockout here anymore, never mind. If you had put the energy on the Miraidon and drew a boss there, I was like, alright, screw it, I'll KO the Genesect. Alright, lots of energy in the discard pile. Very good hand overall. Thinking about not playing that generator. There's 3 energy in the hand. I don't hate it, but probably best to just be more set up when the judges start coming at you from Ethan. Yeah, we got this first KO on the active here. Also, Ethan didn't have to bench that last Mew V, right? No, Ethan did have to bench the last Mew V, yeah. Definitely did. If you have boss here, you always boss Genesect, right? Yeah, you would. And then we got the retreat and swing. Could burn the switch card. Probably not worth doing, though. Put energy onto Raichu. No, you don't really ever want to put energy on Raichu, because then it makes Raichu too much of a target. Like, setting up Raichu is pretty easy. So you don't, especially with the pivot in play. Does burn the switch card here. Okay, I don't hate that. I don't hate it. You're pretty set up and established. You have the pivot set up as well. The only thing I guess it doesn't, the one problem with that, or the one thing that could come up with that, maybe, is Ethan could go punch your active, not have the vacuum, and then get the vacuum later. Now you don't have to switch out to counter the vacuum later play, but yeah, I don't know about that. Also, bossing the other Mew V was an interesting play as well, but I think always going for the boss Genesect play there, I think is always correct here from Simon, because like I said, once again, there's 3 Genesect prized. Geez, Simon's playing super aggressive here. I don't know if I even like this Ultra Ball for the Flaffy right now, because what if Ethan just judges you next turn? Then, like, you don't have an Ultra Ball, you're down 2 energy, you don't want to whiff energy attachments for turn, you have less outs to the Flaffy because you played the Ultra Ball. There's a lot of energy in the discard pile now, so you could start whiffing energy attachments for turn here. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that from Simon, to be honest. I think we could have chilled. I think Ethan could, or Simon could have chilled. There's the sheep. The second sheep was prized. All right, the Mews are coming out. This has got to be a pretty good draw. I think might be a boss in hand. That's also like another thing on Simon's side. Like, trying to not bench the Mew EX is also pretty good here, because Ethan doesn't need modifiers to KO the Mew EX, but needs modifiers to KO literally everything else. So I think it might be a boss in hand. I'm not sure. But yeah, Ethan here definitely wants to try and KO the active to try and prevent the Raichu play. Or, actually, I like this as well. Could just boss the Raichu. And that's what we see, actually. I like this. I like the boss the Raichu play here from Ethan. Because, like, yeah, like I said, you're playing as if there's one Raichu. You're playing as if there's one Raichu. Well, now Ethan's playing like that. Well, I guess the last game it was, like, different from Ethan. Ethan's thought process was remove the energy from play, KO the active, but... yeah. So I forgot to call it the PTCG L RNGers with the 3 Genesects and prizes. True, I did forget to do that. I should have said something. I should have said something. It was definitely optimal to have said something. Okay. Raichu's gone. Boss is available as an option here for Simon. Simon does have a boss in hand, and there is one boss left in the deck. Oh, wait, we still have 4 Shieldstone? Is that true? Do we really still have 4 Shieldstone available? That's kind of crazy. There's one boss left. Okay. When did we get this 4 Sealstone? Did we just draw this 4 Sealstone as Simon? I can't believe he didn't just boss a Genesect turn 1. Kind of cringe. I mean, it's not cringe. It's just a mistake. Also, he didn't have the guaranteed knockout. The Raikou didn't get the KO. He had to, like, check the generator first. If there's 2 hits off the generator, then Miraidon can go boss KO the Genesect here. Last turn on fleet-footed. Oh, was it? I actually think we should probably leave the 4 Shieldstone in the deck. Well, at this point, maybe it's fine to put in play. Because Vacuum is, like, not really unlikely with how few cards Ethan is drawing. But you know Ethan... Actually, there's 2 things. You know Ethan plays Heavy Ball, I think, at this point. I think Ethan's played the Heavy Ball. And then... you know Ethan plays... I feel like we should just left the 4 Shieldstone in the deck as a +1 out to boss. And now Ethan's drawn 2 prize cards as well. So there's a good chance that Ethan pulled the Genesect off the prize cards. So you know the draw power is coming in next turn for Ethan. So I feel like not using Forest here, or like keeping the Forest in the hand just to like increase your odds of just raw drawing into it and not letting it get vacuumed is probably correct. I like that more, I think. But we should see the boss KO here. Looks like Fleet-footed might be the next thing here from Simon. And then boss KO the Genesect off the bench, I assume. Another thing you could do is you could boss KO the Mew V, because it's possible all 3 Mew Vs become Mew V Maxes next turn. That could get a little awkward, to be honest. Ethan would have to like draw really well from there to actually pull together the KOs after that, I feel like. But you could KO the Mew V this turn to just like prevent that as a win condition from Ethan. That'd be interesting. And okay, that is what Simon's going for. Simon does not want to go up against the triple Mew V Max line here. I guess the Raikou's still alive and has the 4 Shieldstone, so I guess we're attacking with... It also lets us attack with Raikou this turn, I guess, as well. Honestly, I think that energy should have gone to the Mew. Because Mew can copy Technoblast. But now if Ethan has Boss KO Miraidon, Tablet Boss KO Miraidon, Simon does not have a way to 1-hit KO this Genesect unless Ethan benches more Pokemon, right? And the hand's not great. Is that Iono going to get played here? I actually don't know. Have we used our Fleet-footed as well? I'm actually not sure. I think so. Yeah, honestly, I think attaching, or at least putting the double turbo on the Mew here. So then the Miraidon and the Mew can both knock out, right? Sure that you kill the 1 gen. I'm not 100. Actually, I don't know, to be honest. I actually don't hate the boss KO Mew here. Because like I said, don't have benchmark for the gen KO. No, you could KO with Miraidon. You can KO the Genesect with Miraidon. But if you do that, then... And if this evolves to a Mew VMAX, you actually don't have a way to get a KO next turn. Guys, you use the Miraidon, bro. The Miraidon can KO the Genesect just fine. Guys, I never said we were attacking with Raikou. I said we're just KOing Genesect. With the Miraidon, does 220 damage. Genesect, 190 HP. Knocks it out. We're good. Gets the KO. Is triple Mew a win con? Doesn't Ethan need a gen to attack? Oh, shoot. You're right, Slap. Yeah, my bad. You're right. Because otherwise you're doing what? I guess Ethan's hand would have to be... double tablet, boss, triple tablet, boss, max miracle, and kill Mew EX. You're right. If you don't have access to Technoblast, how does Ethan win? That's actually fair, to be honest. I completely forgot. I always assume you always have... I assume you always have Technoblast, but you don't have Technoblast if there's no Genesect. And if there's a Genesect, that's your last 2 prize cards. So actually, I think you're right. So we should boss KO Genesect here for sure, yeah. For some reason, when I'm always thinking about Mew, you always have Technoblast. You don't have Technoblast, though. Dude. All right, someone time out Trainer Hill. There's no way that was just said. I need a timeout. I need someone to get timed out here. You have to be the sacrifice, Trainer Hill. I'm sorry. Another generator as well? It's just, it has to happen. We'll see you in 10. That propaganda that you need the Genesect to use Technoblast. It's propaganda. Someone's got to go, bro. Someone's got to get timed out. It has to happen. We also probably should, like I said, though, we probably should put the double turbo on the Mew. But now the Genesect's in play now, so I guess that doesn't really matter, to be honest. But we should have KO'd the Genesect and put the double turbo on the Mew, I guess, to play around the boss KO on the Miraidon. So now for Ethan, the plan is KO active, hope Simon doesn't get boss. Yeah. And force Steel Stone for pass so you can make them have to bench a Genesect. Make them have to bench a... I mean, they have to bench a Genesect no matter what. Actually, the force Steel Stone for path, though, I didn't think about that, but I wouldn't hate that. I don't know. I think you want to keep... No, I think you just keep the force Steel Stone around. You keep the force Steel Stone around just to have it to increase your odds of getting bossed. Yeah, Simon has one boss left. Simon has one boss left, and I don't think it's prized. Tails for the draw. He's trying to find the Iono, I assume. There's a heavy ball. There's the heavy ball. We got the vacuum as well. You have to vacuum the force Steel Stone first, though. No, it's got to be the force Steel Stone. That's a mistake there from Ethan. The force Steel Stone has to go first because it's possible you can KO the active through tablets and choice belt. Now you might get a second vacuum, but it's not guaranteed. So now we should see heavy ball. We get another Genesect here, which is nice. Yeah, you have to get rid of force Steel Stone first, and then if you can get rid of Braver Charm with another vacuum, that's fine. But that's a pretty big throw there from Ethan. Also, the way Simon played out his turn last turn opened some opportunities for Ethan as well. Now you have the draw power with the 4th Genesect. All right, here we go. Still going to look for that Iono. Okay. We got the Cram on the switch to get the Iono. Hoping for a heads. If not, we have Judge at the end of all this, but... There's a head, so I think we go with the Iono. They keep cutting to Amy. There's the Iono. I think it's great. Grab the Iono. Hope for a vacuum. Now we have to hope for a vacuum at this point, which is not... We shouldn't have to hope for a vacuum here as Ethan. Well, yeah, because you could have KO'd the active. We have a choice belt on the active as well. Wait a second. What? Didn't we already play a tablet? I didn't even realize there was a choice belt there. We were already KOing the Raikou. I thought we still needed one more. We already played a tablet, right? Oh, that was actually huge. That was such a bad play. All right, that's worse than I thought. The belt, yeah, the belt on active does make it worse. I thought we needed more there. All right, yeah, that makes it worse. We also want a path here as Ethan as well. Okay, got the grabber. Take a peek, pretty bad. Only one Genesect left, so you should Ultra Ball it all the way to draw 6. And then you get nothing. But now we got to get rid of this force Steel Stone. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that was a pretty big throw here, to be honest. And also, Simon's hand is just bad. Here we go for 6. You need a vacuum and ideally a path, but I think we know the result here. There's the path, but that's not good enough because the force Steel Stone's in play. Yeah, pretty big throw from Ethan. Ended up getting the path as well. Didn't have a way to bump his own path, though. I don't know what the prize cards were. I don't know if they're going to be good enough to do that. But it's just a boss away here from Simon. Flaffy load up. Doesn't even need that. It's checking the boss count, maybe. 2 boss down. Just wait. I think it's only 2 boss down, yeah. Does Simon not know if the boss is prized or not, though? I guess that'd be the question. I was just like thinking about, do I want to use the force Steel Stone now? But if it's prized, do I not want to? And there it is. I already saw this list. Well, I don't know if Pedro played the exact 60, but I saw Pedro play it. So this is kind of like, it's not really it is a Lost Box deck. I guess it's just not traditional, right? It's just like feels like more like Mirage Gate box. You're just using Mirage Gate to like set up big attackers. Tropius with the glasses, KO Charizard, pretty clean. Minior for control. Still have a Cram in there to be ahead in the prize trade. Hands, Raikou, Moltres, Moon. Dude, the whole squad is in here, bro. This is the whole squad, bro. Just the whole squad. Versus Christian with the Sable Zard. So the big card in this matchup is, of course, going to be Iron Hands. How fast can Christian find Iron Hands? And then how fast can Christian find the answer to Iron Hands with the Radiant Charizard? That's basically the whole matchup, I feel like. And then if Iron Hands can't be used or found, Christian definitely has the advantage because Christian actually plays Sableye. So Sableye is pretty good. Sableye is pretty good against Lost Zone decks. And it's even better when your opponent doesn't have Sableye, because then you just get to use Sableye and they don't get to use Sableye. Also, there's no actually threat of Greninja in this list either. So Christian actually doesn't even need to bench the Manaphy. Yeah, no threat of Greninja either. So it's all about the hands. It's all about the hands all the time. All in on the hands. I guess the best answer to Radiant Zard with this list from Christian... Honestly, Christian doesn't have a great answer to Radiant Zard. They're all 2-prizers, which then the Radiant Zard can just come back up and knock out. So yeah, Radiant Zard goes pretty hard in this matchup for Christian. Yeah, I feel like both players want to go first. Because... Yeah, both players just want to go first. Because Christian wants the extra turn of Comfeast to build up towards finding the response to the Iron Hands. And then Christian wants to try and turn 2 Iron Hands going first. We'll see how it goes, though. No Sableye either. No Sableye. Prize cards. Raihan's pretty important for like setting up the Charizard play because you can Raihan a fire and then search out. Wait, does Christian play the double turbo? Yeah, Christian plays the double turbo. So Raihan being prized, not great for because that's good for an early response. And then I don't know, nothing too important prize on Christian's side, I don't think. Yeah. The Raihan's like the biggest prize card here out of all these. Also, I guess Colress. Like Colress helps you get set up, get going. But the Raihan's the big one for sure because you want to find that. So you won the coin flip. It is Christian. Just gotta like build up towards that Zard play. Just use as many Comfies as possible. Has an Artisan in hand, but probably does not want to use the Artisan. Uses the Nest Ball before the Comfy, so is content with the basics in the hand here, it looks like. And we should just see... I'll skip ahead a little bit here to skip the prize check-in. We'll see what Christian takes. Just another Comfy, that's what I thought. Yeah, could have used Comfy first to try and find a basic to then have another basic to work with. I'm actually curious. So the Claras are in here, of course. 2 Clara, 3 Nest Ball. Okay. I'm actually curious why Christian didn't actually use Comfy first there. I thought you'd want triple Comfy to start off here. But does have the Artisan in hand, I guess. Last one's a Colress with a Colress prize, but does have a Colress in hand. There's a Battle VIP pass. Seems worth it to me. I guess it'll probably tell us immediately if Christian... Nope, Christian has no clue what Christian is playing. Gets Jirachi and Manaphy. Yeah, Christian has no idea what Christian plays. That's actually pretty funny. It shouldn't be like a huge detriment because there's also no hand disruption in Christian's list. So like, you're not trying to craft like a perfect bench or anything. That shouldn't be a big deal, to be honest. Psychic to the bench, Comfy seems fine. That's pretty funny though. Christian has no clue what's happening here, and it looks like it was the pass from there. Did Christian already draw for turn? Or forgot to... Did Christian forget to draw for turn? They start using their last name? Bro, because you ask Gengar guy, there's no chance. Oh, broken sleeve here for Fontanat. I don't even know. We'll call him Fontanat and Christian because I don't know how to... Is it Hodas? Hudas? Let's call Hodas. Fontanat and Hodas. All right, I got you. But I'm not doing it for you, Gengar guy. Yeah, torn sleeve for Fontanat. And then pass over to Hodas. Greninja for 2. We got some basics here. Do we got a cold? We got a gift energy. Wait, what? That was not on the list. Oh no, it is. Okay, never mind. My bad. Another deckless error. That's fair slap. You have free reign. So the hand is not very good here for Hodas. Can get 1 Comfy. That's something. Gift energy is the coolest thing about the list, honestly. Yeah, Gift Energy is pretty chill. You can also like find it with Raihan, I guess, or Forest. I mean, you just see so many cards with the deck. Naturally drawn into it isn't unlikely. Actually, start calling them Christian again. Game is this? This is top 4. Fontano. Well, when I read it, it says Fontanat, so I'm just gonna go with Fontanat. Kudos. Had to go with the Raikou plus the 4 Seal Stone. Honestly, putting Raikou in play is probably not... I mean, you don't want to do it. I guess it could get counter catchered at the end of the game with a Charizard or something like that. There's 2 counter catchers in Fontanat's deck. Moltres probably isn't a big deal. Moltres V isn't a big deal in this matchup. We actually might be looking at some fleet-footed action here from Christian to try and find a Battle VIP pass, to be honest. Favors the Switch Cart. Oh, switch cards pretty important in this matchup, yeah. There's the escape rope. Sends up the Comfy from Christian, but is probably pretty convinced that there's not going to be a Cram attack. There is a Nest Ball. Are we going to see some chaining action here, or some Comfy chain into Cram, or is Hodas just going to go attach pass? I kind of like the attach pass, to be honest. There's no prize card for the Cram to take here. Escape rope would be a little bit annoying. The escape rope punch the Greninja is probably a little bit more annoying than the Raikou. Actually, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Cram just punching anything is kind of annoying. But you could one-hit KO the Raikou later with Radiant Sword, so you probably want to punch the Greninja, would be my guess. I was going to say, I think there's a Colress in the hand there for Fontenot, and there is. Battle VIP Best and Spiritomb can pretty quickly bite the dust here, I think. Not very good in this matchup. I think there's an S-Ball in hand, so you could go get the Sableye here. You might want to wait to get it. And I think there was an Artisan in the hand there for Fontenot, but chose not to play it on the first turn, which you definitely don't want to give it to your opponent if you can avoid it. Gives us the Beach Court to keep the energy. Decent amount of switch cards in hand. Can keep building up that Lost Zone. Colress versus the Mirage Gate. Mirage Gate is one of those ways to accelerate the Charizard, and only plays one. Plays one Mirage Gate, two Raihan. One Raihan's prized. One Mirage Gate's about to hit the Lost Zone, but I think you got to keep that Colress. You got to build up the Lost Zone here. And there's not too much of a threat from Christian to actually... attack with the Iron Hands next turn, which is what which is what Hodas wants. You want that turn two hands is what you want in this matchup. It's not impossible though. It's not impossible. Hodas does play the vacuums, so turn two hands could be coming. Then Christian, it would come down to can Christian find the response to that, which I don't know if Christian is very close to that, to be honest. I'm not sure what the hand is. Colress before Greninja. I don't love that. Would like to have seen concealed cards first there, I think. There's the hands. There's a lightning. There's a gate. Wait, we're close, but we have no Comfy still. Gosh. Well, we could go light. I guess we're attacking with Raikou here, I think. Oh, there's a Nest Ball in hand. Still have not used concealed cards, though, I'm pretty sure. Thinking about giving up the... I feel like the Mirage Gate's too important. We don't have to get handsy this turn, but we want to get handsy soon. There might be two Mirage Gate in hand. We might be selling for a Raikou punch anyways. Yeah, we should have concealed cards first there, though, before the course. Because that Dark Energy, I don't think ever does anything. Oh, we also didn't even Fleet-Footed first. Fleet-Footed should have been the first thing we did here for sure. We should have gone Town Store, Fleet-Footed, concealed cards, Colress. Go from there. Definitely some missequencing here from Hodas. I can't think of a different supporter you'd rather play, so... Still only one out to one Comfy. There might be like 3 Mirage Gate in the hand. There honestly might be like 3 Mirage Gate in the hand here. Christian. So we should see switch card into Comfy. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate to have all this stuff, but no Lost Zone build up. I guess we're still close here, though. We're just a vacuum away, to be honest. Switch card and heal a little damage off this Raikou. Comfy here up to 5. We get a vacuum here. There's a counter catcher and something. I don't see the other card. Counter catcher seems okay in this matchup. Yeah, there's a lot of Mirage Gates in the hand, actually. Oh, there might be another Nest Ball, actually. Ooh, gives up the Comfy. For the counter catcher? I don't know about that. We could have triple Comfy'd here, actually. Oh, wait. I think that's a big mistake from Christian, actually. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a pretty big mistake here from Hodas. We're at 5. We have Comfy. There's a Nest Ball in there for a Comfy. That becomes 6, 7 hands. There's a Super Rod in hand as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just a... That was hands right there. Yeah, that's a throw here for sure. We definitely just want a hands as soon as possible. Yeah, this is actually... We had it, right? Am I trolling? Is there 2 Comfys prized? I think we just had the hands attack there. He just has hands here. He just has hands here. He just has the hands. You definitely just give him the hands here. So neither of them play hand disruption. That's not true. Fontenot plays hand disruption. But Fontenot needs time to get to the Charizard. Like, the longer the game goes on, the more likely it is that Christian has the Radiant Zard response. So you need to try and make the game go as fast as possible if you're Hodas to reduce the chance of the Radiant Zard response to hands. Unless both players just have no idea what the other one's playing, but I can't imagine that's true. You have no Sableye. Yeah, you just need to go. You just need to go. So this is definitely a huge throw here from Hodas, because this is the matchup. The matchup is turn 2 hands, and Hodas had turn 2 hands, and then just did not turn 2 hands. So this is a huge throw from Hodas. Like, this is the whole matchup right here. Is this turn, and then had the play, and then just didn't do the play. Just lost on the counter catcher, take the Comfy, bench the Comfy, nest ball for Comfy, switch card Comfy, attach lightning to Comfy, retreat to Comfy, switch card out into the hands. I believe there was 2 switch cards left in the hand. And then you just have to hope. And the gate is gone as well. There is just a gate down there. Now, if there is the Radiant Zard response, that sucks. But, like, every turn that passes from here on out, there's a higher chance for Christian to have the Radiant Zard response. The odds go up every single turn. The odds go up every single turn here for Christian to have Radiant Charizard. There was the Raihan in hand, but there's no fire energy in the discard pile. So it could have been possible. Actually, I don't know if it is possible. There's no way to get the fire energy in the discard pile. There was no way to get the fire energy in the discard pile here. For sure. But now we'll see the hands on this next turn. We should see the hands on this next turn. But then Christian is going to have that Radiant Charizard. For sure. So that was a huge throw there from Hodas. Goodbye Pokegear. Plus a VIP pass. Gets a vacuum. This will allow like Christian to use one of these stadiums and then immediately bump it so that way Hodas can't take advantage of it. Looking at more with the Comfies. Ooh, I don't even know about that. Took a cram over a Fog Crystal. Fog Crystal finds this game is going to very quickly de-evolve into Sableyes and Charizards. So I don't know if I like that cram take there, to be honest, from Christian. I think I like the Fog Crystal take. Thins out the deck by an energy or a Sableye, so you don't hit those off your Comfies, and also sets you up closer to another Sableye play. So yeah, I don't like that. I think I like just get rid of the cram. Who needs cram, bro? That guy sucks. Also, Christian plays 2 Super Rods, so like, you can get your other cram back whenever you want. Also, Clara's. So, I think that was a fire energy there. And here comes the Sableye play. We're at 10. Yeah, this is quickly going to become Sableyes and Charizards, the game. So you don't really need cram. I don't cram anymore at this point. It seems like a miss for sure. All right, here comes the Sableye. Is just going to KO the Raikou. I actually don't know what the best thing to KO here. That seems fine to me. KO the Raikou, get 2 prize cards. We're cooking. All right, hands is coming out this turn, but now it's a turn later. Also, I don't think Christian would have had the response there, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think the excuse me. It's gonna be I don't think Christian would have had the Charizard response on that last turn. Maybe would have. I don't think so though. Not for what was already set up at that point. So it would have stuck for a turn there as Christian. You would have had the. And here we go. We're turn late with the hands now. That's a huge difference. This turn later is huge. We went from like being in a spot where we kind of felt like we were going to be winning the game as Hodas, now to like now we're just losing the prize trade here as Hodas, it feels like. Because we don't have Greninja to attack with, we don't have Sableye to attack with, we don't have like another way to like get back into like a multi-prize turn. We could so basically as Hodas here, and we're down we lost on the gate as well, so we can't even double hands. Because like theoretically here, dude, how do you KO the Radiant Charizard with this deck? Draw 2. This deck just can't KO Radiant Charizard. Dude, you just can't KO Radiant Charizard. You have to use a 2-prizer. Dude, this matchup, if you don't get the turn 2 hands, you just like lose. Your only ways to KO the Radiant Charizard are Raikou and Moltres. So then you just get Radiant Charizard again. They just go Clara, knockout. All right. Zardy-X. Oh, I'm talking about Radiant Charizard. Not, what's it called? Does Ninja KO Zard? Yeah, but the deck doesn't play water energy. I'm talking about KOing Radiant Charizard. Like, you have to use a 2-prize Pokemon to KO it. Which maybe isn't the end of the world, but you have to. Oh, you're answering the guy in chat? Oh, my bad. All right, there's the Radiant Zard. And now we definitely have the response here for Christian. Go get the Raihan. 3 prize cards drawn now from Hodas. So Fontaine only needs 2 energy. The Raihan for the Psychic searches out the fire. Turn earlier, though, this would have been a completely different story. And then, it's going to be Escape Rope into Counter Catcher, I guess? Because you got to KO the hands here. I mean, yeah, Hodas should know the Counter Catcher's on the way. Yeah, Counter Catcher back up. Is that correct to do the Counter Catcher like that? You had a switch card in hand here, I think. Oh, maybe there wasn't a switch card here for Fontaine. Might have needed to use the Counter Catcher. Thinking a little further about the next turn. And once again, Hodas does not play hand disruption. So, like, Fontanot just gets to sit on this hand the whole game. So, yeah, just gets to sit on the hand the whole game. Nice, get that in play. But is playing around it, going down to 3 prize cards left. Fontanot's like, okay, you could play Roxanne. All right, let me play around that, which is correct here from Fontanot. Use the Artisan. No Sableye to get. Oh, the Sableye got lost on. I didn't even see what was grabbed instead of that. Has the Palpad as well. Throw back a Colress and a Raihan. I wonder if we're going to see a Super Rod for that Sableye here from... But if we were going to see a Super Rod from the Sableye, then definitely should have done that before the what's it called? But nope. So this would be a pretty good turn to play Roxanne, but Hodas does not play Roxanne. So Hodas' response to this Radiant Charizard has to be like Raikou. Raiku's like the only thing that I can think of. Yeah, Hodas needs like a Raikou here. Or has Boss in hand. Hold up. Could go Boss KO. Comfy. But that's where the Roxanne's going to hit next turn from Fontanot. The Roxanne's going to hit. So we could see Boss KO Comfy. Bench hands, attach to hands. But there's only a counter catcher and a boss. We have an escape rope, though, and then escape rope around the Charizard. Is there 2 things in the deck that Fontanot that could put in play that plays around hands? No. So you can always escape rope around the Charizard to get 2, actually. That definitely makes the matchup, like, closer. That play definitely makes, like, the matchup closer for sure. So we should see the Nest Ball for the hands now. Boss around the Zard. But there's not 2. The problem here is we don't even get the hands. Like, so the thing is, like, Fontanot, Sablezard just plays Roxanne. So Hodas knows that Roxanne could come this next turn. And this will be the turn to play it as Fontanot as well. Oh, I don't see it, though. We might not have it. It's in there, though. It's in the deck. Not that much left in the deck as well. Plays the Nest Ball right there is interesting because now, I guess you don't want to attack with Sableye this turn anyways because you put Sableye in your active. But that's actually interesting. There's 3 gates down here as Fontanot. So the only way a hands happens next turn is through Raihan. So Fontanot can maybe play around that by using Sableye here and just damaging the Comfy and the Cram and KOing them both in the same turn. But I'm sure you'd like to play a Roxanne here as Fontanot. The Roxanne would be ideal. There's the Roxanne. Speak of the devil. Definitely, yeah, get rid of that. Ship it. Has the attached retreat. Honestly, I almost feel like escape rope is better there from Fontanot because if Raihan is the lose condition, I mean, it is possible with the Raihan, right? Hand should already be on the bench for sure here from, I guess you're playing around Boss. You're playing around Boss here as Hodas, which is maybe fair to not put the hands in play immediately. But escape rope, like, do you care about the Cram here as Fontanot? I don't think so. I think you maybe play the escape rope to remove the draw power. Either you KO the Greninja, no concealed cards. You KO the Comfy, no Comfy. Because the only win condition for Hodas next turn is hands Raihan. So removing the draw power seems correct here from Fontanot. So play the escape rope, remove the draw power seems better. Yeah, that seems better for sure. That's what I would go with here as Fontanot. Go with the escape rope here. Yeah, definitely go with the escape rope. And on Roxanne, Sableye, Countercatcher, Cologne. Halucha. Arm press kills Zard, but the hands would just die in response. Yeah. I mean, yeah, arm press could kill it. But yeah, I think I would like to have seen the escape rope there from Fontanot. Because then you also like keep your retreater in play. Because theoretically, next turn, Fontanot has to go switch retreat. But now you don't have a retreater, so you still need 2 pivot cards. Because at the very least, Hodas is probably going to leave Greninja in the active, so you can't just retreat to the Cram or switch to the Cram attack. So you still need that. So yeah, I think Fontanot definitely should have played the escape rope out of that last hand. It depends what was left in the deck, I guess, a little bit. Maybe you really value that escape rope there, but hey, this is actually not looking that bad, though. That was a Colress. Oh, no, but if you Colress, you can't Raihan. So it has to be get hands off this Nest Ball, and then Greninja into... Is it even possible? It might not be possible, actually. Is there even a gate left? There is. You have to Greninja into Raihan, gate, and then Comfy into something. So you have to get the perfect 4 pieces, because you need escape rope, attach, Raihan, gate. So you need the perfect 4, and then immediately plays Colress. Okay. Well, now it's impossible. I guess you can arm press. Arm press really doesn't feel like a really good win condition here when Sableye just KOs your Comfy to win the game, though. So I think we should have at least played for the perfect 4 off Raihan. I think we should have at least Greninja. That's a dark energy in the hand, right? I'm pretty sure it's a dark energy. We should have at least played for the... Yeah, we could have at least Greninja first and hoped for it. We wouldn't have got there. We wouldn't have got there, but... I think playing for the win here probably makes a little bit more sense. You know, sometimes lucky. Because I don't know how you ever beat a... Like, I don't know how... You don't ever play as if Fontanot doesn't just have... probably like Clara Respond knock you out. Or Clara Sableye knockout. After Roxanne... Roxanne get a prize card. And there's even the concede. Back it up. All right, we go next. Yeah, definitely... Yeah, just not going for the hand. Yeah, Hodos had the hands turn 2 there. Just didn't go for it. So definitely, what are we gonna say? Ooh, pretty bad prize cards as well. Greninja and double Comfey. That's a lot of draw power prize tier from Hodos. On Fontanot's side, double gear prize. Might be a little bit harder to find your Colruses, but like nothing too major here. Like last game prize, a Colress and a Raihan. You'd rather have 2 Pokegear prize than a Colress and a Raihan, so that feels a little bit better. So yeah, pretty bad prize cards here for Hodos. Once again, though, hopefully Hodos is choosing to go first. Hodos goes first and look for that turn 2 hands. Open Stropius as well. Not loving it. Okay, hold up. We got an S-Ball. That finds us that first Comfey. We got to start building up this Lost Zone somehow. Let's get it. And half the deck is upside down. Okay, I was wondering why the prize cards are upside down. It looks like the... All right, we'll skip ahead a little bit here. Let them figure it out. I feel like it's got to be the Comfey. And then we're hoping this Comfey... Honestly, I don't even know if there's a switch card in hand, so I don't even know if we hope this Comfey finds a Comfey. Maybe we're just content with... We kind of want a Colress. The Zinnia's Resolve, though. That could come in clutch. I think you're supposed to go second in the mirror anyways. I don't think so. You don't want to give... Because then you're... Because this matchup is all about Iron Hands. And does Charizard have the response for Iron Hands? So if you go first as Christian, you get 1 turn of Comfeys. And then Hodos goes, gets Comfeys, crams. And then Christian goes, cool, Comfeys, crams or Sableyes, depending on how much Christian drew through the deck. And then you go hands, and you go down to 3 prize cards. But then you've given Christian an extra turn, a non-supporter turn of Comfeys to help try and find the response of Charizard. But I think Christian needs 2 turns of Iron Hands. So I think by going first as Christian, get 3 in the Lost Zone into 4 in the Lost Zone or something like that. You have vacuums as well. So then you can get the turn 2 hands. Otherwise, you're giving Christian 3 turns to get the response to your Iron Hands, which feels incorrect. Well, it's like 2 turns of supporter plus 1 turn of non-supporter. This isn't a real mirror when Hodos can't really Sableye effectively. Sure. I mean, it's like a lost box mirror, but they're very different, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, but turn 2 hands going first is high roll AF. That's just not that high roll at all. That's like pretty reasonable. Like that's, I mean, I'll look at the list again and see if I think is that 7 switch cards, 2 vacuums, Town Store for the 4 Seal Stone. Yeah, that's not that high roll at all. In matchup, I still wonder if you go cram. I always have to see it play out a little bit more. But yeah, it's not that hard to get to 7 turn 2 going first at all. Go hands, gift into hands. Hands, gift into hands. Hands, gift into hands is a pretty cool play. I don't hate that. I don't hate that as being like a line. That could be it. Gotta find the gifts I get as well. The Manaphy immediately grabbed here. I feel like Christian should maybe know there's no water energy in this build at this point, to be honest. I feel like Christian should know. Or Fontanot should have at least picked up on no Sableye or no. Should have picked up on no Sableye or no Greninja. So hopefully he does not put down Jirachi and Manaphy. I feel like we probably saw enough in that first game to know, but I could be wrong. We'll see what Fontanot, if Fontanot also like stresses the Jirachi. To be honest though, it's not that bad to do it because you have so much bench space to like work with as Fontanot. Like, you have so much bench space to work with. It's not that big of a deal. Get rid of the Artisan. Keeping the second cram once again. I don't like the second cram does not seem that good. And also you might want the yes, get rid of the cram. Yes. You also might want the Artisan over the Nest Ball, to be honest, as like a vacuum target. So I'm not sure I love that, but I don't want the full hand here from Fontanot. So I don't like the idea of holding the... I don't hate the idea of holding the Artisan because you need targets for your vacuum. Sure, the Beach Court, another bad VIP pass. Will it be the Jirachi grab? Are we still playing around? Or do we go like for a third Comfey so we can do the 10? Might even grab the Radiant Charizard early. I mean, getting energy down the Radiant Charizard is pretty good when you know you're trying to respond to the hands. The Jirachi, no! I think I would like to have seen the Radiant Charizard grab there over the Jirachi. Go Radiant Charizard over Jirachi. Because that way if you can get an attachment this turn or next turn, it's pretty good. I wouldn't hate to see that. little confusing when both names are basically the same. Yeah, I'm trying to say their last names. I'm trying. All right, I got that turn 1 Cram Slap, removing the only Comfy from play here for Hodas. But we do have, of course, our savior, Zinnia's Resolve. Here it comes for 6. Get rid of the Roaring Moon and the glasses. Sounds good to me. Both those cards kind of suck, but so does his hand. All right. Do we have anything we can do here? Out of our tool card, we have a vacuum. That could have built us up to 2 more in the loss, so it doesn't really do anything. We got hands attached. That's pretty sick. Love to see it. Jeez. All right. Well, how much HP does Tropius have? 110. Okay, if Tropius goes down next turn, which I think it will here. I think Tropius will be going down here. The Mirage Gate's in the hand, though, already for Christian. And has the Raihan as well. Doesn't have the Charizard, but might have an S-Ball in hand. Not going to take the Raihan, though. I don't know. The Raihan seems pretty good. But if we got the Mirage Gate might be all we need for the response, to be honest here. Yeah, it looks like the response is in hand here for Christian. Maybe you go Fog Crystal for a Psychic to attach to a Comfy, or you could attach the Fire to a Comfy. Depends on how many energy are in the deck. There's the knockout. You can see the arm press here. Dude, that's it. That's it. It's only the arm press. And then I think we will see Fontenot winning this next game. I think a KO doesn't seem like it's happening. Oh, no, the KO's happening. We got the arm press. It's the second line energy prized. Nope. Let's go. Oh, or Hodas could, and this is also actually probably better. You could just grab a Colress and not take a knockout. And then you have attached from hand, and then next turn, I mean, yeah, no, that's probably the better play here. Yeah, that's 100% the better play. Yeah. That's 100% the right play here. Now you should attach, I don't know if you attach a gift. You could attach the dark. You might want the gift somewhere else later. But yeah, the board is locked here for Fontenot. Not that you could use the Charizard anyways, but okay, gonna get rid of the heavy ball. Hopefully that Charizard's not prized. I don't think it is, though. I'm pretty sure it's in the deck. Yeah. So now you get another turn to play the game. This does mean that Fontenot doesn't need to use Charizard, I guess. That's something here. You could just go cram into Sableye if there's no switch card heal, but at least Hodos gets to play the Colors before the thing dies. Gonna get a little Comfy action going. Build up the deck a little bit more. Maybe just want to really get the fire in the discard pile, I guess. I don't know if that was really necessary from Fontenot, to be honest. Oh, we got the Minior. Now we can Colress, and we do get a hands for 2. So we're hoping for a switch card here and some Pokemon. Dude. Minior is our savior here. Oh, wait. Dude. Where are the Pokemon, bro? Well, we did prize Greninja and 2 Comfies, to be honest, so that's where the Pokemon are. We can switch card into the Minior, but then we can't get back into the active to attack. So you could bench Minior, attach attack. That has to be the play here, though. You have to do that, otherwise you're going to get Sableye. You could switch card to Minior, attach pass. That seems bad. Well, I think that's what we're doing. Switch card. I mean, no matter what, it's bad. It's all bad. There's nothing good here. Then attach. It would have been nice to switch back to the active attack and force the Charizard. Nope, just pass. So I think we'll see Fontenot probably go for Sableye here. KO the Minior. And then put the rest of it on the hands. You could also just, I think that's what we'll see here, but you could also just like punch the active with the Cram. But this means you don't need the Charizard next turn. KO the Minior, and then you could KO the hands with Cram. I mean, it's just looking too good at this point. This one's over. It's just a formality at this point. There's a switch card. I start getting another Comfy in there. Why not? Oh, so we needed to. We need to get to the 10 there. Now we have to retreat. Oh, Beach Corp. Pretty sick. You have a vacuum as well, so you can bump it to not give it to Hodos on the next turn. There we go. Could leave it in play as well. I don't think leaving it is like that bad, but we'll go with the vacuum instead. We're pretty far ahead here. Getting rid of the counter catcher makes sense. Once again, playing around the Roxanne by putting the TM Evolution in play. Just get him out of hand just in case. And 7-5. Could have just left the Mini. Honestly, I don't hate the idea of leaving Minior there. You could have put like. It's probably best to just knock him out though. Yeah, we're probably just chilling. All right, another Colress. Dude, we did get the heavy ball here. So we'll find a basic. And honestly, I would probably go for the Greninja if there's energy in hand to use. Cause I think we should need to draw more cards. We have a Colress for next turn to get to 7 to get the hand. Well, we're not even using hands next turn. Yeah, I like the Greninja grab. I like the Greninja grab for sure. I think Greninja grab makes sense here. Comfies can go back. Oh, we're gonna get 2 prize cards here as well, so maybe get a Comfy. But putting down a low HP Pokemon like Comfy does not sound that good. So yeah, and then also, jeez. Fontanot's about to go down to 1 prize card. Could theoretically attack with another Sableye, KO the hands, put 2 on the Greninja, so then a Sableye next turn KOs Greninja for the game, I guess. That's something. Town Store to get nothing. Probably shouldn't have played the Town Store because you do give it to Fontanot to potentially thin out their deck, but it's not like a huge deal. And there we go. Sableye dead. Draw 2 prize cards. What is Fontanot going to do? He could just set up the Cram here and get the KO. Like I said, could play for that Sableye knockout as well. The Sableye KO is pretty chill. Do 10 active, 2 to the Greninja. That way you can just KO Greninja next turn with another Sableye. Or you could... I guess, like, Fontanot doesn't play boss, so that's what it would have to be, but... Sable's Heart insta loses against Lost City, right? No. I mean, it depends how many they play. Like, I don't know, I have to imagine, like, Pidgeysard with 2 Lost City would be pretty tough to beat, but... Yeah, I don't know. Charizard EX seems like a tough matchup. Depends how many... But you have the TMD evolution, so that's like your game plan in that matchup is the TMD evolution. So you gotta, like, counter catch or KO the Jirachi and then... Or, like, punch the Pidgey. I don't actually know what your game plan is, to be honest. Yeah, your game plan is that, though, for sure. All right, yeah, there's the Sableye attack instead, so we're Sableye KO in the hands. Honestly, though, like, from Fontanot there, maybe the play, like, theoretically maybe should have been... Just attack with Cram and bench the Charizard. I actually think I like that a little bit better to play around, like, potentially Roxanne. Because, like, if there is a Roxanne, like, Hodos does have a really big hand here. And if we're playing around Roxanne, like, Hodos having hands plus Roxanne here, like, now Hodos doesn't play the Roxanne, but if Hodos did, and if that's what we've been playing around, then Hodos having hands Roxanne here could have, like, won the game. So, like, just putting the Zard on the bench and being like, it's ready to go. If you hands me, you lose. I think was probably the better play here from Fontanot. Just bench Zard with an energy, knockout with Cram. I think it was a little bit better, to be honest. Just to play around the potential of the Roxanne. But now that we've seen the Colress, no Roxanne is happening. Looks like the hands is coming back from Hodos. But, like, yeah, not going to be enough. We know the Zard's in the hand for the Fontanot. Fontanot's been waiting to use the Zard this whole game. I know you don't like this, but I made the de-evolution play against a Charizard KOing both and leaving a Jirachi active. It's pretty satisfying. What do you mean you know I don't like this? He plays 2 TM Devos. I think you run them out of candies. Not exactly through kills. I mean, you shouldn't run out of candies, though, ever. It shouldn't be hard to not run out of candies. Because you have Charmeleon, so you shouldn't run out of candies. Yeah, you shouldn't need to run them out of candies. I mean, you shouldn't be able to run them out of candies. Unless they misplay. That would just be them misplaying, though. More so than anything. But... It's one of those things as well. It's like, are you playing around 2 TM Devos in Sablezard? Probably not. You're probably not playing around that. I heard a couple streams ago that you don't like it when we say I do this X. No, that's different, Taurus. That's like when I'm like responding to someone with like, I don't know, what are those situations? Oh, it's like when people are trying to justify playing stuff or something, and they're like, "This one time, this one game, I did this." Like, it's like, yeah, it doesn't. It's like, yeah, it's when people are trying to like justify something. like, yeah. There we go. Zard knockout. Hands goes down. Fontanot moves to the finals. All right, we've already seen the lists. We got the Miraidon hands versus Radiant Charizard or Sablezard. I like to call it Sablezard. We've seen the lists. Let's get into it. I don't actually know what to favor here. Hands is good. Charizard is good against hands, but turn 1 hands, I think you should go first here as Simon. Actually, I think so. Yeah, I think you go first. Also, Simon has the path, so the path can also slow down the... Also, Judge. Like, Simon is actually playing like the more disruptive version, which can definitely matter. In this hand, though, Simon does not have a really explosive start. We're definitely doing a retreat fleet-footed, doing some retreat fleet-feeding here, hoping to get a turn 1 attachment to hands. I don't think we want to play the switch, though. Although if we did play the switch, We did play the switch. We maybe could have drawn a card off the Mew. No, maybe not. Was that? Oh, it's an S-Ball. Okay. That's Miraidon, which is hands, which is turn one attached to hands and get a Mareep on the bench. Okay, so Simon's hand went from really bad to like, okay, this is fine. We're looking for that turn 2 hands. We want to hit him with the turn 2 hands. That's what we're looking for here. Sable's our favorite for sure. I can see it. I don't know. Like, if you don't get the response to the turn 2 hands, though, like, can you win? Oh, Simon's thinking about the Billy here. I don't know. Judge Path is pretty good next turn. It's not too good. Yeah, I don't know if I fuck with the Billy here. It's like fine. The Billy's like fine here. But playing it slower does not seem bad, to be honest. Playing it a little bit slower does not seem bad here. We'll see how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes. I definitely want to see Simon switch into the Mew EX here before using Billy, though. Yeah, I definitely want to see Simon switch into the Mew EX. And also don't bench Zapdos. I don't think Zapdos does too much for us. Because we want to get down Miraidon Sheep hands here. We also want to attach to hands on the first turn. I don't like that attachment. I already hate that attachment. Like, we're going to draw an energy off this Billy. If we whiff the hands, we'll attach to the Raikou. We're looking for turn 2 hands here. This to the Raikou, that's a really bad. That's bad. Doesn't like, I mean, that does decrease our, yeah, that's bad. That's a bad attachment. That's bad. We're looking for hands here. We're trying to hands on him. Got the Miraidon, got the Generator, got the Switch card, got the Ultra Ball. Dude, we're cooking. Hands or Miraidon, hands, Sheep. But now we don't have that attachment to the hands, bro. Now the chance of getting the hands off is less. That's not what we want to see. We stay trying to hands him. Stay trying to give him those hands. Yeah, that's definitely a bad attachment to the Raikou. Like, that's just, like, attacking with Raikou is, like, so easy in this matchup. And, like, the Raikou doesn't even get one hit KO'd. Like, we can do that next turn if we have to. Also, I don't like the Generator after. We could have played Ultra Ball next turn before the Generator. It's a bad Generator as well. Unless we're getting down our hand low enough now. Okay, actually, maybe we are Ultra Balling right now. That's possible. That is possible. Because then we could draw. Okay, hold up. I don't hate it. Ultra Ball away. Ultra Ball and Switch Cart. Get the Flaffy, draw 1. Okay. I'm kind of down with that. Actually, that's what I want to see now. How good is Switch Cart in this matchup? Doesn't seem that good. If we attack with hands, I got to attack with Zard, and then yeah. Ultra Ball away. I don't like getting rid of the energy, though. I think we want to keep the energy. That's our 4 energy for next turn. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Definitely keep the energy there. That's also, I don't like that either. We should already have 3 energy on our hands. Our hand should be ready to cook. Our hand should be ready to cook. He's ready to go. Now he's not as ready to go. You don't like that. Draw 1 with Mew EX. I guess you could switch cart into the Raikou. No, but I like keeping the energy for turn. Path for next turn. That's fine. Yeah, but now we're not there yet. We could have been there. If we had just held the energy over the switch cart, we're there. And even if an escape rope gets played, we push up Raikou. Even if an escape rope gets played. And then Raikou can retreat. So yeah, really bad sequencing off the rip from Simon here. Really, really bad rip. Really bad off the rip. And Simon should know what Fontenot, or now I can call him Christian, what Christian is playing. So, like, there's no secret here. Like, we know hands is the move. Like, there's not like some trap card that Christian plays for this matchup when the hands happen. So, we probably will see. I'm actually curious then to see how Christian plays this then. I assume that we're going to, like, almost try and, we'll probably try and bench. We still want to hit with Cram here, I assume, as Christian. But is it, I guess, does Christian ever not hit with Cram this turn at the expense of just attaching to the Charizard? I could see that. I could see that. We'll see, though. Come the Comfies, looking for that Colress. Picture of a Psychic. That might have been a, no, it was a Fire. So we can get that Fire attachment here to the Charizard off the rip, which is pretty good. Even retreating the Fire isn't bad, because then you have it set up for the Raihan. I guess now the question for Simon is, like, if Simon top decks Boss, goes for the Psychic. So literally the only thing Christian has here is the response. Okay, we're going to get a little bit more here. We got the Colress. Literally the only thing Christian has really set up right now is the response to the Iron Hands. But now it feels like if Simon has, like, Boss KO on the Charizard, that feels pretty good here. Or, I guess, Path KO the active is also pretty good. You force the Stadium out of him, but maybe the Stadium's not too hard to get. Here comes the Colress. TMD Evolution, and oh, you got a Stadium in hand now. All right, it's looking pretty good for a pretty good opening hand here for Christian. And can get the Cram Punch to set up this Mew to get KO'd later by a Sableye. So you probably go for that Cram Punch here, I would assume. There's a Cram. Can attach Retreat with a Psychic all in the hand. In the hand. Oh, has the Switch card even. Okay, and then we can attach to the Charizard, I assume. Has a Fog Crystal. No attachment? Oh, we retrieved the Comfy. Never mind. We retrieved the Comfy already. I was like, what? No attachment. So if the double turbo's in deck, then it's looking pretty good. Top deck. Oh! The Bravery Charm on the hands, though. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Sheep. Bravery Charm to the hands. And then switch card into the Raikou. Draw 2. Switch card into Raikou. Draw 2 with the Mew. Don't question it. No. Switch card into the Raikou. Draw 2. Switch card into the Raikou. Draw 2. Nice, nice. Do you ever hold that? I don't think so. We need to draw an energy here to hands, or we need to get the boss KO with the Raikou. All right. UX for 2. What do we got? Judge Path? Judge Path? All right, Fleet-footed for 1. The energy? We're cooking. He's drawing the nuts. He's got it all. Well, hold on. Not yet. We don't have to retreat yet. Where's the Judge Path? Don't say it's not going to happen. Okay, thank goodness. All right. Oh, that's disgusting. Now you definitely hit him with the hands. You're like, bro, I have Bravery Charm, hands, Judge Path. That's it for sure. What an insane draw. What an insane draw. Yeah, turn 1 I think was a little bit poorly sequenced from Simon, but let's come back around now. Very good sequence. Got the Judge Path. I mean, there's really not anything you need here from Simon. Like, I mean, you want some generators, I guess. You appreciate the 19 months there, Tweed. Yeah, we used Flaffy already. Yeah, generators, really. Boss! Dude, this hand is disgusting! What? We have Boss, Escape Rope? Is there a reason to play Generator now? It's fun. I mean... What? All right, so probably to the Miraidon, I think. I don't actually know. Does it matter? Probably to Raikou. I mean, Raikou does KOs everything Miraidon would KO, right? I don't know where these go, to be honest. Put them wherever. Does Miraidon make a little bit more sense? All right, knockout for 2 prize cards. Can Christian find the response? Christian needs a lot here. Pushes the Zard. The hand's got to be nutty if you're pushing the Zard. Has the vacuum? Does Christian have vacuum Raihan? Dude, that would be crazy. Dude, what? Dude, that's so dumb. What? That's ridiculous, bro. Just gets vacuum Raihan off the Judge? That's absurd. Good Fog Crystal for a Comfy here first from Christian, to be honest. Yeah, I probably should have Fog Crystal for a Comfy first, I think. You don't need all those other Comfies in the deck, I don't think. So you could have thinned up by +1 there. So that's probably a mistake there from Christian. There might not be one. I think there is one in the deck, though. Dude, what an... Oh, but it doesn't KO. It doesn't KO. We're not quite there yet. We do, what, 230? Simon doesn't have... Okay. 230. Okay, so it doesn't KO. Okay, I thought we were getting the knockout here, but we needed to vacuum the path. Dude, it was almost insane. Yeah, the Charm is carrying here. Okay, so the question is, how should Simon play this next turn? Do you KO the Charizard? You probably just KO a Comfy, right? Wait, we play 2... And I don't have both lists pulled up. We got Simon's list. Let me see this. We play 2 hands. Yeah, we do have Boss KO. Yeah, Boss KO is the correct thing here because Escape Rope is actually broken in this matchup. Yeah. Yeah, Boss KO here is the play for sure. Because you also remove the draw power to find the next vacuum to remove the Bravery Charm. So now we go... And also, it was a little bit weird, to be honest. That was actually interesting. You don't want to top deck energy. Simon does play double hands. So you can completely ignore Charizard in this matchup theoretically, which is actually kind of crazy. It's actually kind of interesting that Simon plays like the double turbo, 2 Iron Hands, but only plays 1 Escape Rope. When Escape Rope is really, really good with Iron Hands. Interesting. Okay. All right. Draw is a Bravery Charm. Holy smoke. So you can save that. Well, actually, you could play that, actually. Playing the Bravery Charm to the Raikou is not... Nah, you probably don't. You could save it for your next hands. You could also... Putting it in play here doesn't seem terrible, though. Oh, another thing that Simon has to play around, actually, is the counter catcher on the Flaffy. Flaffy needs to accelerate energy to itself this turn for sure. Flaffy to itself. Honestly, you probably Flaffy to itself and then attach to itself or attach to Murata. But then we definitely want to boss KO. Boss KO the Comfy here for sure as Simon. Boss KO the Comfy for sure. There's the attach. Or you can put the double... No, you want to save the double turbo for potentially another hands. So Flaffy to itself. And then boss KO. No, gotta... The Bravery Charm is probably fine there. Now boss. Boss a Comfy, draw 2 more prize cards. It's sick, trust me. Save the Escape Rope. No, don't do it. It's boss. No. Well, is it that bad? It seems pretty bad. We should just boss here, right? We boss here every time. Also, there should be an energy on the Flaffy. Because we could get... This turn we could get Roxanne and then counter catchered. But we do have the double turbo on hand, so maybe it's not that bad. No, we should always put energy on Flaffy here to play around Roxanne. Roxanne counter catcher. Knockout. We should just boss... Wait, does it matter that much? Boss there versus Escape Rope. We should always boss, right? Because Escape Rope is a boss for hands later. Yeah. Next turn you can rope and research in the same turn. Yeah. We should always boss there. We're not trying. The boss isn't that good of a card in this matchup to begin with because we usually need to be KO when they're active. It's because usually their active is the highest priority target. All right, Colvers from Christian. Simon actually just has game in hand. If the second Iron Hands is in the deck and a generator hits. Yeah, Simon just has game in hand here. Send up the Raikou for fleet-footed. But, I don't know, maybe the Flaffy gets trapped this turn? Which card? There we go, knockout. Damn, 2 hit. Dude, that is rough. All right. So yeah, Simon has game in hand here. If the generator hits. There's the Miraidon. There's the hands. Okay. We probably should have sent up the Raikou. We have so much energy in play here. We could the fleet-footed. We probably could have value out of fleet-footed here. I kind of like sending up the Raikou. We just have so much energy here. All right, now we generator. Oh, the whiff. All right, that's fine. That's fine. So we still throw down the double turbo on the hands. Double turbo to hands. Honestly, I don't hate boss KO Comfy. I don't hate boss KO Comfy here. Why would he even need to go for game here? Because you could get Roxanne counter catcher next turn. If you didn't rope last turn, we'd have Professional plus boss. That's true. Yeah, we would have had that play. You have 2 prize cards left here as Simon, though. You see, the only thing you lose to here as Simon is Roxanne counter catcher. Roxanne counter catcher is the only way you lose here. So you just gotta like put energy on your Flaffy. Put a double turbo on the hands. No, not to the Miraidon. We have Raikou. Raikou works just fine. Dude, the counter catcher play is coming. I can feel it. We should definitely put the double turbo somewhere. On the hands. We should put double turbo on the hands. Also, we just shouldn't be accelerating energy into play until we've used our research. If we're going to use research. Which I assume we're going to use research here because we're just going to KO the active. You do have to KO the active with the Miraidon, I guess. So actually, maybe we do have to Flaffy there. Wait, that sucks. This hand could get... But now the hands has no energy, so the hands can get trapped. They can the whole squad can get trapped. Yeah, Raikou not being able to take a knockout here kind of sucks. Also, yeah, we should have set up fleet-footed and use should use fleet-footed here. I mean, I think we should research to try and get some generators to load up energy on the hand so it can't get stuck in the active, or it's less likely. So here's where the counter catcher can come into play here. 1 switch card, 2 switch card. Oh, all 3 switch cards are gone! I didn't even realize that all 3 switch cards are gone. Oh no. Uh-oh. The counter catchers are here. No, benching the hands was the apocalypse. Yeah, honestly, you just didn't need a bench hands, right? If we think about this further, actually, you just don't need a bench hands here. You just don't bench hands. Attack with Miraidon, you win next turn. You don't even need to win this turn with the hands. You don't even need to win this turn with the hands. That's true. That's true. Very true. So now it comes down to Roxanne into counter catcher. Oh, there's a counter catcher. There it is. Counter catcher on the hands. All the switch cards are gone. Also, we would have had escape rope to get out of this situation, but I don't even have escape rope. Damn. Yeah, this one's rough. We would have been able to keep the escape rope. We would have still had the escape rope in the deck, which means we could draw into that or research into it. We have Mew to draw cards for. Sealstone isn't out still. Mega punished? Yeah. This guy only had one Roxanne at the right time. I mean, his opening hands weren't that good, so... yeah, you probably would have missequenced this situation, to be honest, Grant. But there's no sequencing in chess. That's fine. You just have to move one piece each turn. You can't choose which one to move first over the other. Yo, what's up, Bat? All right, Sableye here. Here comes the Artisan. Do we have 10, though? There's not even 10 in the loss zone, but we get another Comfey. That gets us to 10. Then we Sableye KO the Mew into Charizard KO the active, and that's it. That's it. That's game from there. Yeah, Simon has no win condition here, actually. I don't think Simon can move this thing this turn. Yeah. So, yeah, I think the best play was for Simon to not even go for the hands play, because the hands play only sets up a potential dead draw scenario, right? I think the hands play from Simon is only ever bad. You just never should go for the hands play here as Simon. You should always just go not bench hands, KO active, KO next turn, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, there's a Sableye whiff, though. That's +1 turn for Simon here. But does that even matter? Can you even move the active hands still? It takes too long to move the hands. Yeah, the hands still takes forever to move. Yeah, you can't even move the hands in 2 turns. So it's still the same play here from Christian. Who still wins the game. Like, the Iono could slow it down, actually. The Iono could buy a turn here. The Iono could buy a turn here for Simon. Iono to 1. All right, we can Mew EX for 2. Hope for another Iono for the next turn. Beach Court, get rid of Artisan. No, probably don't want to do that. There's Flaffy for 1 to the Flaffy. All right, Flaffy can move now. Then it's just a pass. Man, I guess because of the setup, actually, as well, Simon had the double turbo, but the lightning energy that went to the flat itself should have gone to the hands, because the hands is like a worse... Oh, Beach Court plus energy actually moves the hands. You're right. I didn't even realize that. Oh, wait, that's crazy. Oh, wait, that's game next turn, then. I didn't even see that. The Beach Court is still a switch card. But this lightning energy, the first lightning energy that went to Flaffy actually should have gone to the Iron Hands. Because the Iron Hands has 4 retreat costs, and the Flaffy only has 2, so the double turbo moves the Flaffy, but the Iron Hands needs +1 energy. Yeah, I forgot Beach Court can move us next turn. Spiritomb stops Fleet-Footed. That's never really relevant, but it's thinning out the deck here, probably. Benching the hands was never the play. Yeah, it should have never probably benched the hands to begin with. I don't disagree with that, yeah. Do we have the Sableye this turn from... Does Christian not have the Sableye? No, we got the Sableye cooking. Counter catcher doesn't do anything anymore. Switch card versus, I don't know what the other, escape rope. You're definitely not playing escape rope. I guess you could escape rope counter catcher, but I don't think you want to do that. Well, actually, it doesn't really hurt, to be honest. There's the Clara, the Psychic. Probably don't need to get anything else anyways. And then we're just going to see, oh, we're going to KO the Mew EX, though, so there's no draw power from the Mew EX, I guess. Do you have to KO the Mew EX, or do you try? Wait, hang on. How much? There's no reason not to KO the Mew EX, right? You go 10, 2, 12. Still too short. Yeah, I guess you always just KO, remove the draw power. So 10, and then 2 on the... Honestly, I don't even know where it matters. It doesn't matter on the active, because if there's a Bravery Charm for the active, which there's not, but goes with 2 on the ability. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much here. All right. Does have the Beach Court, though. So we can go Beach Court, Energy Retreat, attack with Raikou or Miraidon, the game's over. So we should start with Tandem Unit, thin out the deck by a Pokemon if there's anything left. Tandem Unit first. And then how many energy are left? 2? 2 energy left? 2 Force Seal Stone, 2 energy? That's pretty good odds. Get that sheep, put it in play. Maybe the Raichu, I guess. Doesn't really matter. One or the other. Yeah, 4 outs is not bad. Goes for the Raikou. I don't think it really matters what we take here, to be honest. And then Beach Court, Research. The way chat's been talking's got me nervous, man. Okay. Beach court research. Is it a whiff? Oh, no, he did see the play. Simon saw the play. Dude, that's but to be honest, you look at these situations and you're like, was that an unfortunate draw for Simon? Yes, but Simon did throw at the beginning of the game and shouldn't even be in this situation. That's what you always want to look back on. You don't want to be like, Simon didn't get unlucky here. Simon misplayed and put himself in a situation where he could have gotten unlucky. But Simon never had to be in a situation to get lucky, to get unlucky. I don't like the word unlucky. To get the unfortunate odds. Simon did end up with the unfortunate odds, but Simon also put himself there. So you can't really, yeah, it's not how you want to look on it. You just want to be like, you shouldn't be here to begin with. It's rough. Well, I think we skip ahead here, and we'll see, we know Christian's got the Charizard, and there's no way to move the active here. Pretty crazy comeback here, though, for Christian. Oh, actually, maybe Christian doesn't have it quite yet, actually. Hold up. Top deck plus Fog Crystal. Has Fire in hand, I believe. One prize card left, so just needs the Charizard, but doesn't have the Charizard quite yet. So it needs a Nest Ball or the Charizard. Ulris. There it is! Actually, yeah. I think Christian could have whiffed there. Jeez. So many outs there too. That's rough. It is a rough draw at the end there for Simon. But yeah, like I said, we got to go back to where Simon threw, right? That's like the bigger thing. Simon threw. That was the bigger part of it. But yeah, after watching that play out more, honestly, loading up second hands ASAP is going to be a pretty big deal in this matchup. I feel like you just want to get both hands online as soon as possible. Aside from recording your games, how do you know when you misplayed? I mean, just when something happens, looking back on what you could have done maybe instead, and just because you could have done something different that would have definitely led to a better outcome doesn't mean it's the better play. It just means like it could have been. Yeah. Just don't throw, to be honest. True. All right, game two. Game two prize cards. Let me check them again real fast. Lost Vacuum is prize. Actually, Lost Vacuum being prize is a pretty big deal for Christian. The Bravery Charms go pretty hard in this matchup. So that's a pretty big prize card, the Lost Vacuum. Simon also prized the Lost Vacuum, but it doesn't really matter. The Escape Rope is actually a big deal, though. Escape Rope, that's a big one. The Escape Rope's really good in this matchup, actually, as well. Reap start. The rest of the hand. Oh, jeez. Is it Attach Pass? No shot. You haven't watched this at all. Dude. Oh, just curious, because we'll hear the stream. Sometimes weird happens in the audience this game. No, I don't listen to the stream. I can't hear the stream. I can't hear the stream. So what is Christian debating here? I think Christian's hand is basically dead, but is debating using Artisan to get another Comfy to hope to find a Colress, which I think is correct probably here from... but if you Comfy into a Comfy, then you can Comfy again. So actually, I take that back, actually. Christian probably shouldn't use this Artisan here, because you don't mind seeing a Comfy off a Comfy here. Because there's 3 switch cards in hand for Christian. And it's possible you could go quad Comfy into Cram as well. So actually, I think this Artisan's a mistake. I think the Artisan's a mistake. Because you also still need a way to find the Cram. So yeah, I don't like this Artisan here from Christian. I think you just Comfy. Because also you could end up in a situation where you go Comfy into Vacuum. Comfy into Vacuum. Play the Artisan. Get the Cram. Switch to the Cram. Vacuum away the Artisan. Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Comfy goes down. There's the Colress. Looking pretty good. Oh, not there quite yet. Does not have the Comfy. Does not have the Comfy. Or not have the Cram, my bad. Has all the switch cards in hand you could possibly need. Not have the Cram. This is what I was talking about, kind of. Like, if we get the Colress there, then the Artisan becomes the Cram as well, right? So, definitely, oh, there's a Psychic Energy. Wait, does this actually do it? Psychic over another Comfy? Does that make sense? Maybe Christian has game. I don't know. Oh, is the third Comfy prize? It's possible the third, because I thought there was like 2 Escape Rope and a switch card in the hand. I feel like Christian's playing like he's got the win. There's Heavy Ball. Yeah, there's 2 switch cards in the hand. Maybe there's a Comfy prize as well. There's the Heavy Ball. Maybe the last Comfy was prize. I don't actually know. Pose, I feel like that okay, there we go.